Welcome everybody to today's stream. Hello. Today we have a really nice day because we not only have Twitch drops, so be sure to check that out. And we also have my Zero to Hero continuing, day 11. And that's also on top of that, we have a gem stock giveaway or gem giveaway sponsored by ArenaNet. So let's jump straight in. Welcome everybody. Welcome. So let's do some rift hunting here, or not necessarily rift hunting, more like experience hunting on the Soto map. I really want to unlock the, how's it called? The weapon, the rival, weapon mastery, whatever, for my Chronomancer here. Otherwise, I am not able to use it effectively. So we go some hunting here for some experience. Just need to get the first mastery as far as I know. And then I can continue with the story, which is obviously quite important. And after that, let's see where we go from there. We have a lot of stuff to do. Don't have the ley line mastery. Makes sense. You know, that's all stuff that as a veteran player, you don't notice that on this new account that you don't have that. So I have to be like using the Borrowed Skystale here to get to some parts of the map that I'm able to get some experience from that, and then go from there and get some more masteries and stuff. Yeah, it's actually very interesting. Okay, let's get some food up and some experience up. We really want to get this going here. As always, if you have any comments, any questions, let me know. Always happy to help and answer here, of course. This is after all a Zero to Hero journey, and it's trying to show and help new players into the game while also being somewhat entertaining, of course. This is the idea. This is the whole idea. Very good. So obviously the first part of a mastery is always very fast. Like I'm already like 10% more than before, and I did not do anything that until now, just collecting some volatile magic. But I really want to get this over with so I can finally equip my rival, which is obviously really important for a Chronomancer as a healer, or even for Mirage heal on Mesmer, whatever. You really want to get the rival unlocked. So this is one of the most important things. And just explore the map a bit, give some nice map experience anyway. And after that, let's see what we can do. We need to get some world versus world. We need to get more ascended gear pieces. We need to get the map completion done. We are already at 86%. We want to get to 100. I'm not sure if I can do that today, probably not, but a lot of stuff on my to-do list. So be sure to also, if you're on YouTube, you can also join on Twitch. I'm streaming on Twitch and YouTube. And if you want to get the drops, you just have to connect the Guild Wars 2 account with your Twitch account, and you will be able to get some nice additional loot just for watching my stream. Thanks, Yule Twitch. Thanks a lot for the Prime. Really appreciate it. We currently also have on Twitch a giveaway going for the gems. So there is a gem giveaway going, sponsored by ArenaNet. And if you want to join, just type !enter, !ticket, whatever you like, and you will be entered. You have to be a follower to win. Subscribers get more luck. And yeah, just have a chance of winning. I will draw the giveaway winner in a bit. Not yet, but good time to try it out and get in the action. Get some chance of winning some additional loot on top of the drops that you can get. So that should be good. So, there's more experience. I need more experience. Would be good if I would have a rift or something, but sadly I'm not sure if I can see the rifts right now without any mastery or find them that easily. So, because rifts give immense amount of experience. It's like insane how much experience you can get. So, if there would be one, I would actually get a lot of experience from that. But right now, not that important. Or at least not that easy to find. There's an event that's also quite good, I think. There might be some enemies spawning. I think that if I can get to this event, probably a good experience grind here. Where is it? There. Okay. Yeah, we're getting somewhere. It's obviously not my main priority to level the mastery. Just wanted to have it here for this one. Thanks a lot for another sub. Really appreciate it. Tasaloran, thanks a lot. Really appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream. You have a higher chance of winning the gem giveaway now. Thanks a lot for the sub. Yeah, and exactly those are the drops, how you can get the drops. You can see it here, crop salad. It's quite easy, just connecting your Twitch account with your ArenaNet account, and then you get, just for watching any Guild Wars 2 streamer that has it enabled, get some nice drops on top of that. You don't have to do anything other than connecting your account, and should be quite easy to understand and do. Almost there. So how far are we? 68%, very nice. Very nice, very nice. I guess get the point here. Yes, to enter the giveaway, type exclamation mark ticket. Oh wait, not this. Give me just 1 second, I have to fix something. This is not the correct giveaway, this is over this giveaway, 1 second. To enter the giveaway, you have to type exclamation mark enter. Hype train, nice. Everything all at once, yes. So if to enter the giveaway, you have to type exclamation mark enter or exclamation mark ticket in the chat. I will also address that in a second so that you can see it on screen. Give me a second. There we go. Now everyone can see it. Wait, I'm getting attacked. It's not the smartest way to wait. Maybe I have to be a little bit safer so that everyone sees how to enter. Can you read this now? Hopefully. Looks good enough, I guess. Let's put it here. Very good. And I think now everyone is, now it's easy to understand how to enter the giveaway, hopefully. Exactly, that's how you do it. Thanks a lot for the another sub. Nice, hype train, let's keep it going, Thanks, Sim Rider, really appreciate it, thanks a lot. So yeah, exactly, it's the giveaway, that was an old command, I stopped it, so now it shouldn't work anymore. Sorry for that, but exclamation mark enter is the command. Makes sense, you want to enter the giveaway. Very easy, and as soon as I draw the winner, you have a chance of winning. This time it's 400 gems. I will do multiple of those giveaways during the stream, so just stick around, your chances will be higher. You have to be a follower to win. Subscribers get 5 times the luck, just for some additional benefits for the subscribers that support me. But the chances are still quite equal for everyone, I would say, to some extent. Yeah, if you don't have it linked, your Twitch account with your Guild Wars 2 account, then you should do that, because you already have a Twitch account. If you play Guild Wars 2, you already have a Guild Wars 2 account, so you would just waste your potential view time where you get some drops. And it's really easy. Just go to the Guild Wars 2 account website, like from ArenaNet, and from there, just follow the instructions to connect this. It's really easy. It's like 2 clicks or something if you are connected to. If you have Twitch account already up. It's really easy. So highly recommend that. And you get some, I think this time it's some outfits, some miniatures, so some cosmetics, and you would have to purchase it in the gem store normally. So it's actually quite nice that you can now get them for free just for watching some Guild Wars 2 streamers, hopefully me. So if you have any other questions, just let me know. You can only enter once, so if it says too many tickets after entering, that means that you already entered. And you have a chance of winning now. You can wait until it's the giveaway winners to drawn. Yeah, I'm always happy to hear that. If I can help new players, veterans alike, just let me know. Maybe I have some more answers for you, but I'm always happy that I can help. So don't worry. Does this work on YouTube or just Twitch? So the drops just work on Twitch, and the giveaway currently is also only running on Twitch. But don't worry. I will do a giveaway on YouTube with gems in the very near future as well. So if you only watch on YouTube and you really want to join this giveaway as well, right now you can't, but there will be a giveaway coming up very soon on YouTube as well. So if you don't know, I'm also streaming on YouTube and Twitch, but I'm also having a YouTube channel where I upload daily Guild Wars 2 content, guides, videos, whatever. And there will be a gem store, gem giveaway sponsored by ArenaNet coming up very soon as well. So thanks to ANET for sponsoring me here. Very good, we're almost there. You can see this gives so much experience, those globs in the sky here. I get so much like experience from just collect them then. And I can finally level my mastery and continue with the story here. Nice, there we go. We made it. Nice, now you're connected, perfect, very good. Any recommendations how to clear the high Sage event? I would say if you can't find a party that helps you there, so ask in match chat or something, that's always very helpful. If you can't do that, if there's no one there, or if you don't want to do that, then just get a really strong solo build. I have a lot of solo builds on my YouTube channel where you can solo crazy content, like typical 5-person, even 10-player content with those solo builds. So I would say definitely look at those, but typically you should probably find someone in the map chat just asking for something and you will find it. So let's talk to this guy, and finally, I think this is one of the things that they should improve on in Guild Wars 2. They should improve that if you want to get the new feature of the expansion, you should actually buy the expansion and get it instantly, like the Sky Scale, like the weapon mastery and all this stuff. I think they should not lock it behind story. They should give it instantly to you so that you as a new player can instantly experience it and don't have to grind some parts of it to actually unlock it. Yes, I know the roleplay, you learn it at some point, yes, but it's way more interesting if you get into the new maps and have instantly the cool new feature and don't have to grind it first. At least that's my opinion. And I think you see it here quite drastically that I have to do 3 story missions with some mastery grind in between to actually unlock my rival for Mesmer, which is really annoying. Yeah. I will not play the full story of all expansions yet, at least on this account, because this is my 0 to hero account. I did it on my main account already, and it's not really like I'm not the biggest fan of replaying the story for no real apparent reason. Yeah, for on this account it doesn't provide me that much. I just do it if I really need to do it. Because the thing is, a lot of stuff is not required. The story is really just like, it gives you story and some achievement points and some experience, but it's really not necessary. My goal here on this account is achieving a legendary before the expansion drops, and I think that is definitely doable. I'm quite good already. You know, I'm having my gear set up almost like half ascended is already happening. Like, look at this, half ascended is already there. Today I want to get some more as well on top of that, and then I can go to my fractals and okay, now we have to do another rift. But yeah, exactly. I'm just doing it currently for the mount and the weapon. So it will be in the future more exciting for other stuff. But right now I'm not really into the story here, because it's really about getting the stuff as fast and as efficient as possible, because the story you can do in your own pace if you haven't explored it yet. And I think it's quite nice to just play the story, whatever you like it. If you don't like it, don't play the story. And I don't have to play the story here because I'm not the biggest story enjoyer in games typically, and especially in Guild Wars 2. So I would just like skip it for now. Thanks, Grievous. Really appreciate the sub. Thanks a lot. Hope you're enjoying the stream. There's the rift. Maybe someone helps me here with the rift. Yep, there's someone. That's good. So we can get some nice experience again. And the first rift on this account. Not bad, not bad. Maybe we will do at some point the crazy rift hunting, like for legendary armor, which takes like a lot of rifts to do. Yeah. Can't you skip it with World vs. World vendors? Yes, you can do that to some extent, but the thing is, this is a new account, yeah? So I can't skip everything all at once because I don't have the currency in World vs. World, and I just need to do something, you know? And I can play World vs. World, but I need the currency from World vs. World for unlocking my Chronomancer, for example. There is so much stuff that is, so to say, on a new account, you have to consider that it takes longer than on a veteran account. Yes, on my main account, I could easily skip all that stuff. If it would come out and I wouldn't have it already, I would be able to skip it very easily. But on a new account, there's so much that you have to unlock first, that you have to gather some currency, that you have to level up your World vs. World rank, all that stuff, and it takes a while. It's not bad, don't get me wrong, it's possible, but it's obviously something for me that is a little bit harder to achieve than if I would just, like, for now, unlock it with the story here. Nice. Benutzername. That's nice. That's very good. More fun playing Guild Wars 2 for people. That's what we want. Yeah. Welcome, Lisa. Welcome, welcome. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. It's actually quite nice progress. I'm half ascended gear already. I am at fractal scale like 42 or something is the highest that I can do right now. So I'm actually making some progress. The map exploration is almost done as well. So yeah, it's actually surprisingly fast how I make progress here. And I think over the next few days, I will hopefully get full ascended gear. Let's see. And complete the map exploration in the core map, which I need obviously to craft my own legendary. There we go. First drift completed. Not bad, not bad. Choo-choo. Exactly, exactly. How often do they do World vs. World rush events? I would say every like 3 to 4 months, if you're lucky. Something like that. Yeah. It's not like the most reliable thing to say if that's always happening, but I would say every 4 months, typically 3 a year. It's quite likely, something like that, yeah. Which is, I think, very, very good event. If that would happen right now, that would be insane for me because obviously that makes it way faster to unlock all the stuff in World vs. World, and I need that as well for the Gift of Battle, for example, but also other things. So that would be obviously really, really good for me. But right now it's not happening, so I will play some World vs. World in the normal state, which is also not too bad, of course. But for now, I will stick to PvE at first to get some more unlocks, some more mastery, some more gold. But we will go into World vs. World and PvP later as well. I've been following your series on shorts on YouTube, and it's been very helpful, though I'm playing chronologically, so I'm not rushing mounts. Yeah, that makes sense, But I know what I'm doing long term. Perfected Envoy armor, Guardian main, looks so cool. Yeah, it's really nice. The World vs. the raid armor is one of the coolest looking ones, especially because it's the legendary. It's the only legendary that has, so to say, like 2 skins for armor. Like you have the out of combat armor and you have the in combat armor, which is obviously really cool. It's a grind as well. It's not as grindy as the open world armor, but it's also requiring you to play some raids, so it's not for everybody. But I think it's a really, really good long-term goal. So if you haven't noticed, we have a gem store giveaway, sponsored by ArenaNet going. You can enter by ! enter or ticket in the chat. And it's only for Twitch viewers. You have to be a follower to win, and subscribers get 5 times the luck. So just some more additional incentive or reward for people that actually want to support me. But of course, you can also win if you're just entering here and just want to enjoy the stream or have some questions. So don't worry too much. Thanks for Blime. Thanks a lot for the Prime, for the tier 1. Really appreciate it. Thanks a lot for your support. Technically, open world armor has unsheathed look too. That is true. That is true. It has a little bit of a glow effect that is coming out when you don't have it, or some additional effect. Yeah, but it's so like barely visible that I think it's like fair to say that it's mostly only for the PvE raid one. Don't get me wrong, I think the open world one is actually okay as well. But if the most original and really fancy, cool looking armor legendary is probably by far the raid one, like by far. Which is obviously not bad because it was the first one that came out, but it makes sense if you want to go for the convenience to go for the one that you actually really get fast. And if it's open world that you play a lot, I think it makes sense to go for the open world one instead of the raid armor. But if you're really into cosmetics and you really like the skin of the, for example, heavy armor set for your Guardian from raids, sure, then go for it because you will spend some time doing it. It spends a lot of gold actually as well. So you don't want to waste your time and your energy on something that you might not enjoy that much. So can we finally get this done? Okay. I boosted 2 characters. I kind of like Guardian, don't like the Engineer at all. I started a Thief after I saw your videos on YouTube. I loved it, even if it's only like level 19. Yeah, I personally would say it depends on your personal preference. Yeah, you should always pick the class that you enjoy. I mentioned it here almost every single stream. If you're a new player and you try out different classes, stick to the one that you enjoy. You should never follow content creators saying play Necromancer because it's the best class in the game. You should play the class that you enjoy. Every single class, like I'm not joking, every single class, even every single elite spec that is existing in the game is really good, even at top level in PvE. You should choose the class that you like and you will find a build for it that works very well. That's the important part. Yeah. wish the time-gated stuff wasn't so long. For example, I'm only able to clear wing 1 to 4, which to get 300 insights is nearly 5 months. Yeah, I think that they overdo it to some extent with the time gates. Not all the legendaries have that problem, but some of them have that. And that's a little bit annoying then, for sure. Because it means that you, as a player, really want to play the game and really want to get progress going. But even if you play like 12 hours a day, you can't get faster because the time gate is just there. That's for raids the problem. That is to some extent for the open world armor as well a problem because you have to do the meta event to get some more, like, how's it called, currency or in-game loot that you can get only from the specific meta event. That is always the case for all legendaries, but some of them are way harder, especially if you don't or are not able to clear all the raid wings, like 5 to 8, which is a little bit harder than like 1 to 4. Then yes, it's a little bit annoying, but I think don't forget, that's something that I always mention, it's a one-time thing. As soon as you unlocked it, you have it forever and you can use it on all characters, at least the same armor weight. And if you unlock the trinkets, they have some time gates as well in there. Even for those, they will only be doing once. So if you take a month to get Aurora or Vision, after this you have it forever on this account. That's really good. So in my opinion, it's like, yes, it can be annoying, but it will lead to a very high quality of life increase for your account. Yeah. I mean, take it slow, and the cool part is you don't have to grind only for World vs. World armor, only for PvP armor. You can mix and match the armor pieces if you play all the game modes or multiple game modes. And if you go currently at the same time for the trinkets, you can also work on the time gates for this one. So you can overlap all of them, and in the end, you should probably have a really good time getting stuff that is quite easy to get, while also, I have to choose here something. Okay, so like I said, you can work on multiple time gates at once, and that's something that helps you in the long run, probably having more fun, and you are not focused too much on one thing where you can't progress anymore because the time gate is over. So where's the last guy? There. As someone who is going to be going through the game chronologically, what would you recommend buying in the Wizard's Vault? So the cool part about the Wizard's Vault is that the Wizard's Vault itself gives you a lot of dailies and a lot of weekly Astral Acclaim. And if you play the game constantly, not necessarily get every single weekly or every single daily task done, but if you play it consistently, you can get almost every single limited item, like that you can only get 40 times, 20 times. You can get almost everything, like you can get everything. Yes, now it's a little bit late in the season, but still. So I would recommend getting for sure the Infinite Potion. If you ever want to plan Fractals, this is like insane value. If you ever want to go for a Legendary, the Legendary Starter Kit is insane value. Then the Ascended pieces are really good if you have not yet have full Ascended gear. And then of course Mystic Coins, Mystic Clovers, the bag of coins that is limited. Those are really, really good gold income sources. So there are a lot of good things to go for, but also some traps in there. For example, don't go for the Lesser Essence of Gold. This is just a complete waste of your Astral Acclaim. And you can also go for the skins if you like them, but the skins will never go away. They will just go into legacy rewards and you can still purchase all of them. So when is it done here? Do we have another one here? No. This takes forever. This is like crazy. Just want to check in with the NPCs. Oh, okay, I was doing the wrong thing, maybe? Yes, I think so. There we go. There's the medic. Do you think that it is worth having an alt account just for Wizard's Vault? It depends how you play the game, but I would say it's definitely worth it in terms of like... You will get over time a lot of gold. If you log in every day, if you do the dailies and weeklies even every day, you get a lot of Astral Acclaim and you can get a lot of stuff that you can send to your main account directly and get some gold out of that. If you like really crazy, you could even make a legendary and send it to your main account if you wanted to. So I think there is actually a lot of incentive to have a second account in Guild Wars 2, but it's by far not the only thing that gives you gold. I have so many gold guides on my YouTube channel, and I would say if you like to do dailies and stuff like that on multiple accounts, it's a very, very lucrative way of getting gold. but it's not the only way. So if you are like me and I don't really care about leveling a second account, I just do it here for this journey because it's fun, but I don't really care about the gold that I make on the way, then I would not recommend it. Like it's a lot of time that you put into a different account that you might not really need because you can just farm it on your main account. It might be more interesting there. What glyph should I put on my gathering tools? So there are many opinions on that. I personally think the glyph of volatility is one of the best one. Kek W, exactly. So glyph of volatility is one of the best ones. It's very expensive, but it gives you a lot of value back. It gives you volatile magic back whenever you gather. That's a really good one. Then you can get glyph of industry. Glyph of industry is good because it makes gathering faster. Is it under the... No. Yeah, Glyph of Industry is also very good because Glyph of Industry makes the gathering faster so that you just save some time. Glyph of Bounty can be really good because you have a chance of getting another extra strike of the gathering. Those three are my top three, and you can also see it here in the prices. They are very, like, people like it. People want to get those. So those three are my top tip picks. I would say Glyph of Volatility, if you can choose it, would probably be my generalist best choice because it's just overall giving you the most amount of gold back. Welcome, Acolyte. Welcome. So, let me leave, please. Return. Yes, return. Please be done. Please be done with it. I really hope that the story instance is at some point done. Come on. How long does that take? It's crazy. I just want to get the rival unlock. Oh my. Having multiple accounts not really worth anymore? Yes, it's for people that like to play on multiple accounts. I would say earlier when Guild Wars 2 launched and after that for a few years, you could have multiple accounts and you could log in rewards. Just logging in gives you something on the account. And that was obviously really fast. Now you have to do the Wizard's Vault to actually get some gold out of it. So that can be a little bit more annoying. But I would say if you still like this, it's definitely still worthwhile getting. Don't get me wrong there. I'm just saying for me personally, it's not worth the hassle. Yes. Oh my god, when do I get the unlock? This takes forever. It's insane. I hope next Wizard's Vault season has more than 20 clovers. That would be cool, but I'm not completely sure if that will be the case because we didn't have that yet. We didn't have that in any season, so hopefully we get that in the next season, but maybe not, because they are typically quite sparse with some of the stuff that they give us. And Mystic Clovers is one of the things that they are not really giving out like crazy. So where are they? Where are they? I'm looking for my NPCs. Okay, where are they? There they are. Welcome, Filthy. Welcome. No, I'm actually not for the Sky Skill. I'm looking to get my weapon mastery training unlocked. That's the thing that I want to get done. Is it worth going for +9 Agony Infusion to save on money in the long run or just go for lower ones? So I would say you should go for the ones that you currently can afford because the cool part is if you have +7 infusions, you can upgrade them to +8 infusions and then to +9 infusions for the same cost if you would go directly for +9 infusions. So in the long run, I would go for +9 infusions, but if you can't afford them or if you don't need them right now because you're anyway just in tier 2 or tier 3 factors for the Agony Resistance, then you can go for +7 and you will just slowly upgrade from there. That's my tip there. Welcome, Likely. Welcome. Yes, don't forget to enter the giveaway, !enter. You need to be a Twitch follower to win. Only Twitch viewers can enter this and subscribers get 5 times the luck. So the idea here is to just get some giveaways, some gem stores, gem giveaways sponsored by ArenaNet. Thanks for that. Going and just more incentive for you to watch my stream. And I want to give you something back, so that's the whole idea here. She's just running through. That's crazy. That's good. Skipping the mobs and now she's running back. Oh no. I was like so happy that she just skipped the mobs. Okay, apparently not. Is it enough to have all +10 Agony Infusions or should I go for more than +10? So plus 10 is like you don't even need plus 10. If you have all the infusion slots available, like full ascended gear, you don't only need plus 9 infusions to cap. But yes, you can of course go for plus 10 and will in the long run actually give you more damage actually even in PvE, because there is this potion. Where is it? Somewhere. Here, the Infinite Omni Potion, currently in the Astral Acclaim vendor in the Wizard's Vault, so obviously really, really lucrative to just get this one. And it converts some of your agony in damage, or boon duration rather. So this is really important. If you want to try hard and want to get the highest amounts of stats in Fractals, this is very important. You can go to 250 agony resistance if you wanted to, just for some more stats, but it's not necessary. Like plus 9 infusions in all slots is enough to get to 150 AR for most people. AR being agony resistance. Welcome, Snowdrop. Welcome, welcome. Finally a story stream. Yeah, you were waiting for it for a long time. You know, I really want to unlock my rival. You know, going into higher Fractals without having the best healing weapon is like grieving. I don't want to do that. So that's why I definitely have to finally get this weird story done. Please, just get it over with. What is going on here? I can't even remember that I had to swim here. That's actually crazy. What should I do to grind a bit of gold? Pretty new player and only have the first 2 expansions. Goal is to get a legendary. So I would say go into Fractals. If you like instance content, Fractals is amazing. If you don't like instance content, I would say with the first 2 expansions, do some meta events in Heart of Thorns. Like, that's one of the best things that you can do. Like, for example, Chuck Garant, or even better, Auric Basin, Octovine. This is like very, very easy to do. Gives you a decent amount of gold and you can farm it like a lot of times per day or per week at least. So a lot of incentive to do that. I would highly recommend doing that. But what I will do here on this account is doing Fractals. Yeah, especially during this current event where you can do the quick play and all the good stuff. It's just amazing how much really, really nice loot you can get just by doing Fractals and get some easy gold as well. You will see that later here on this as well. As soon as I have this this story mission unlocked, it's crazy how long this one takes. Like, I'm like already half an hour or something in this, just farming the story here. It's quite long. It's crazy. But yeah, that's my tip. How do I get the recipe? Yes, there is the recipe you can purchase, I think, from the trading post. I'm pretty sure. Let's double check. Bowl of sweet. Maybe you can't purchase it from the TP. Yeah, there is a vendor that you can get that is rotating. There is like Pact Scout mapping material vendor. This where you can get this. It doesn't have it all the time. It rotates through. And other than that, I think it's not really like that available anymore. So I would say go to this vendor. It happens every I would say once a month or something. This vendor has this item and then you can purchase it for like 5k karma or something. And then you have the recipe and you can craft it for yourself and even make some gold with this crafting process. Yeah, the chests in Fractals are really good. They give a lot of liquid gold. Exactly. If I'm starting a new alt character, do I have to discover the whole map again? Yes, you have to do that. Yes, that's how it works. This is because in Guild Wars 2, the map exploration is something that is not really important. There is nothing that like really locks you from playing anything in the game if you haven't explored the map. It's really not. Guild Wars 2, especially the core map, there is almost no reason to explore everything in the core map for a second time if you are not going for 4 legendaries. But other than that, yeah, it is definitely not the most alt-friendly thing. What is going on? Enter the rift. Let me enter. There we go. So a lot of endgame content is either meta events where you just need a teleport to a vein point or something, or is like instance content like Fractals, like strike missions, like raids. All that stuff is instance and you don't need to have the map explored for that. On my main account, I have like 70 characters, from which like over 50 have like 0 map exploration, like 0, nothing. They just have Lion's Arch, 1 waypoint, and that's it. So it's not really necessary at all. It's just for people that want to have like completionists, then you can go for it, or you want to go for multiple legendaries, then you can go for it, but it's really in that regard, it's not alt-friendly that you don't get the map exploration covered, like moved over, but it's not necessary at all. And that's why it's actually not mattering. Yeah. That is true. There are obviously world bosses and that stuff need a waypoint, but you don't have to explore the whole map, you know, especially with mounts. You can just walk towards a specific part of the map where you actually want to get the world boss done, and then you will be able to get to the world boss as well. Or, for example, there are so many gem store items that can help you with that as well if you want to use a different character, like the infinite teleport to friend thing, where you can teleport every 10 minutes to a friend in your party, and you can just go there without having the waypoint unlocked. Or even better, you can use the world boss portal device, where always the current world boss is like on a, how is it called? Yeah, just like you can just double click the item and you will get teleported to the current world boss. So there is not a specific need to get all the waypoints, but yes, it can be annoying to unlock some of them. But don't worry, like, you do it once. That's the cool part, you know. If you would like to play all the 9 classes, you could have gone for 9 characters, and then you will unlock them 9 times if you really wanted to. It's annoying, yes, but you don't have to do it ever again after that. So yes, it can be annoying. It could be more quality of life. I'm agreeing with this. Hopefully we get something like that in the quality of life update coming with the expansion. But I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm really not sure. Could be, to be honest, anything. What they will bring us. Hopefully something like this, but I have no clue. What would you recommend? Get full Ascended gear first or grind for legendaries right away? It depends what your goal is. If you only play a single character, I think actually going for Ascended gear is a very worthwhile thing. If you like already play like 10 different characters, then maybe it's the smartest way to go for a legendary gear. But the thing is, getting full legendary gear takes like years. Getting full Ascended gear takes like a month or 2 months or something. So I would say if you want to get into those endgame activities where you need Ascended gear, which is fractals only, then you should definitely get Ascended gear first, because like going for full legendary gear is way more expensive. And the cool part is a lot of times Ascended gear is not even costing you that much gold. It's more about activities that you do anyway. For example, like doing strike missions, doing fractals, you get Ascended gear drops there. You get some currency that you can convert into Ascended gear. So you don't really need to spend gold on that. You can save your gold for the legendary. That's what I'm doing on this account. I'm using my gold here mostly for the legendary. Yes, not exclusively, but mostly. Yes, there is some really cool things with the World Boss Portal device. Yes, but you're right. The World Boss Portal device is only in Courtier, but there is another one for the ones in Heart of Thorns as well. So there are multiple ones, yeah. So the giveaway is not correct. Let me. It should have been fixed, I think. Sorry, one second. The giveaway command is not correct. The giveaway command is not correct. It's only the enter giveaway that is working like that. Let me fix that again. I'm not sure why it didn't work. Oops, should not die here in the story mission. Yeah. That's also something that we don't want. There we go. Now it's fixed. Yeah. So to enter the giveaway, the Gemstore giveaway sponsored by ArenaNet, you have to type !ticket or !enter, and then we will get entered. There is currently no legendary giveaway going on, if that's some confusion. I had that before, will happen in the future as well, but right now there's none. You have to be a Twitch follower to win. It's only for people on Twitch watching. You can also get currently Twitch drops, so it's a lot of incentive to watch on Twitch right now. But I also stream on YouTube and have a YouTube channel, so if you want to watch there, you can also do that. So now focus on the boss, and hopefully we are finally done after this with the story mission. That's actually insane. Like half of my day in this story, that's insane. Just want to get it over with. It says too many tickets, that means that you're already in. That's the whole thing here. Yeah, that's the name, Very good, that's the name. I will grind for Ascended gear because I only play Mesmer. Exactly, that's what I would recommend then. I do that here on that account as well. I'm just going for one legendary weapon because that's my goal for the Zero to Hero journey, but I will of course get Ascended armor, Ascended trinkets. That's something that is way more achievable than the full legendary at the beginning. If you want to get a rival, you need to do story till Ananias. I'm pretty sure that's not the case. Is it? I'm pretty sure you need only the to inner Nios. That would be insane. I'm pretty sure it's not the case. Really? Oh my god, then I will not do it like that. Then I will play World versus World. I thought it's like you get this after this episode, you will get the weapon mastery, and I thought this is also concluded there. Chapter 14, that's insane. Okay, then we will just do the weapon mastery so that I can use shield on Mirage or something. I will get this after this one. But holy moly, that is insane. That's crazy. That's so long. Then I will do only play World vs. World. That's crazy. Then who thought this? Like, it's crazy. Yeah, World vs. World is also possible. That's the way that I was like intentionally not doing it, because I thought it makes sense to do it the normal way, but like I don't want to do like 14 chapters to just unlock the rival. That's insane. Exactly. I thought it is unlocking everything, but apparently it's only unlocking that I can use my shields, for example, not only on Chronomancer, but all Mesmer specs. Yeah, I guess. What does everyone think is the closest profession to a monk in WoW? It's actually quite hard to find the perfect match there. Maybe someone in chat has a more experience in monk in World of Warcraft, but I think maybe Guardian, maybe Revenant, stuff like that, maybe. Maybe Daredevil, yeah, Daredevil fits quite well as well, but it's really hard. It's really hard to find something that is exactly that. In Guild Wars 2, the classes are actually quite different there. Thanks, Borosco. Welcome. Thanks a lot for the resub. Thanks, really appreciate it. Now you have a higher chance of actually winning. He actually believed it? Is it not? I'm pretty sure it is. I trust Filthy. I trust Filthy. Yes. No, I will not do this story then to this high level. I will not. I think I will get now the weapon unlock, and if not, I will just go into some other stuff that I actually enjoy doing other than the story. Oh my god. Let's do some quick play now. Or frag. Yeah, there we go. Let's do some strike missions. That's way more interesting to me. Gives me more gold, gives me more fun. So let's do some strike missions. Where? Oh, there's Eye of the North. Very good. Yeah, Revenant is probably I like Revenant a lot. I think Revenant is a cool class in Guild Wars 2, and if it's like close to what you enjoy as well in other games, then perfect match then. Nothing in Guild Wars 2 plays like World of Warcraft's Monk spec. Yeah, I mean, that's like, it's a different game. It's hard to make it exactly the same. So I think that's a fair thing as well. Okay, I will go DPS, I guess. I did some strikes and I couldn't open the chest after the boss was defeated. Is it locked via mastery? Yes, there are some masteries. You only need the first mastery in Iceblood Saga. In Essence Manipulation, and Essence Manipulation. Those three, if you have the first level unlocked, you can open some of the chests. Not all of them, but most of them. You will see that here as well. I will do it here on this account. I don't have all of them unlocked yet. I can get most of them though, like 66% or something. What's your highest rank in PvP? My highest rank in PvP, where I ended, was like 27 or something, which is a little bit sad because you get a better title if you're below 25. If you mean the highest rank that I ever achieved in the leaderboard without like at the end where I didn't get like a specific title for it, but I was rank 1 for like 2 weeks or something at some point in the normal PvP like years ago. But I'm not a big like competitive player. I play for fun. If I reach higher ranks, good. If not, I mean, I don't care. I'm just playing for fun. So that's what I'm doing. Yes, I need to speak with him. Yes. During or after Secrets of the Obscure Chapter 3. I mean, the thing is, if I do that, I thought I already had that. I think can I not equip Shield on Mirage now? I'm pretty sure I can do that. I just can't equip the rival. That's the part misclicked, but that's the part that I didn't like. That I have to do more story missions than the ones that I already did to unlock the rival, which is the thing that I actually wanted. Yeah, I'm having a good day. Hope you're doing too, Anton. More to come, more cool stuff to come, and hopefully that improves your day as well. You know, I have a chance of winning here some gems. sponsored by ANET, so be sure to type !enter to do so. What makes the GAM ALP friendly? That you can use all the gear on, even if it's just ascended gear, you can swap it to your different characters. That is, in my opinion, something very alt friendly. Like the best in slot gear, you can just swap. And if you have a legendary gear, it's even better. You can swap your traits and stuff on top of your normal, really, really strong things. Like, for example, if you have legendary trinkets, what are they doing? This is a GG. I will not continue with like 5 people. It's not gonna work. Yeah, PvP is like, PvP is still fun, don't get me wrong, but PvP right now is like, the high-end scene is like not alive. There is almost no one playing it. And that's really sad, because PvP is a really cool game mode in my opinion. It's really fun to play, and it's really sad that we don't have more active players, more try-hard players playing it and having more fun. But yeah, classic bone skinner experience. What can I do? You know, it's not like, I mean, I don't even know what is going on, why we died here, because like just randomly one subgroup was full dead, so probably the healer died. Yeah, I mean, just classic bone skinner. Classic bone skinner. What can we do? Just like get it over with. Hopefully they will do it this time. Apparently our commander is like just like chilling. What are they doing? DCing. Okay, that explains it then. Let's do it as as the group without the commander, I guess. Oh my god. Maybe maybe today is not the day of like getting a lot of stuff unlocked for this account. Hopefully the commander was not the healer, and then we should be decently good. Yeah, I need a few pulls to wake up. Exactly. World versus World is good for Gift of Battle. Yeah. Yeah, I need to do that as well for Gift of Battle at some point as well on this account here, but because I really need the legendary unlock to the Gift of Battle to get the legendary. It's just not possible any other way. Ooh, was quite close, to be honest. Okay. Maybe the commander comes back before we kill it, or maybe we die again. Oh my god, there are 3 people already dead again. Oh no. Oh my god. Classic bone skinner, you know. What can you do? What can you do? Just wanted to get some loot here, but apparently it's like a long road to do that. Yeah, I'm not sure if we can survive this, to be honest. Doesn't look like it. Oh my god, I'm not sure if we can kill this. Does your guild recruit newish players? Yes, you can just write me in-game or write me here, your Discord, or on Discord, whatever you want, and I can invite you to our guild. That is correct. Our guild is new player friendly. Anyone can join that is friendly and civilized. That's good. Wanted to ask about classes, elite specs. I'm trying to find a main for both PvE and PvP that might have a lot of roles. So basically everything. So I'm looking for something versatile. I would say, if you exclude competitive modes, Mechanist is very versatile. If you want to play, Firebrand is really versatile, and Chronomancer is really versatile. Those Chronomancer and Firebrand probably are the best choices there. What is my group doing? Come on, just GG, it's not gonna work. Maybe Firebrand or Chronomancer, probably the most versatile classes that you can pick across all game modes, that is. You can also play Harbinger, which is really good, and Mirage. Those are really, really good as well in terms of versatility. I think this guy's not coming back. Oh my god, and now we'll have the first lever. No. Oh no. Yeah, I think I'm leaving. That's not gonna work. For Thief, should I go Power or Condi for leveling? I would go Power. Power is just generally better for leveling, not only for Thief, but for all classes, I would say. Because it just gives you a lot of value. Okay. So I need to do some quick play for today as well. That's good. Yes, we need to upgrade the guild at some point as well. That is true. I just need to do so much stuff, and currently I'm doing a lot of stuff on the 0 to Hero account. So upgrading the guild is not really on my high priority, but we will do it at some point. Whisper of chains for some reason kill a lot of pucks. I don't understand. Yeah, people always stand in the hitbox of the boss. And if you stand in the hitbox of the Whisper, that means you will just get all the hits of the chain, and then you will die because of that. So that can be very annoying. But if you're a veteran, you should actually just stand outside of the hitbox and be like not between the chains of someone and the boss, and you will be good. So that's like why pucks die a lot. New players or people that just don't know what the chains are. That's it, yeah. Yeah, Mirage, Tempest is really good. Harbinger is really good. Firebrand and Chronomancer, like those specs I think is like probably the best across all game modes, but it's like really all classes can be played. With some exceptions, I think Mechanist might not be the best in competitive modes, but all the other classes are really decent and decent to play different modes. As a Necromain, which weapon sets on your Reaper do you enjoy the most? If I play Condi Reaper, I really like to play Scepter Torch or something. If I play a Power Reaper, I really enjoy like Spear Greatsword. But that's just me. That's just me. That might change in the future. And yeah, that's just my opinion. So just to a quick reminder, there's currently a giveaway going on for the Twitch viewers. You have to be a Twitch follower to win. Subscribers get 5 times the luck. And it's about gems. So to enter, !enter. After this fractal, I will draw the giveaway winner and we start another one. So be sure to follow and subscribe if you want to have even higher chances of winning. Yeah, that was very painful. That was a very painful group. So there we go. Do a fast porting through the roofs, through the ceiling. Wait. There we go. And nice. We have a lot of hammers apparently. That means that we can do the fractal a little bit faster. 2 guild halls daily. Nice. Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of people that said I should leave it like it is with the level, so maybe we will do that. But Filthy really wants to upgrade it to the maximum level. So maybe we have to do a vote in our Discord and guild chat and ask how many people want to upgrade and which one wants to stay at this level. It's a good point. If you wait 10 seconds after the hammer is available in the fractal, the Mist Ranger will provide more, making the run much faster. Yes, that is what people actually did in our group here. I think we have like 2 hammers now. It's somewhat faster. I think this is like not necessarily a good thing that this is possible, because this is not possible in like higher level fractals. So I think it teaches you a wrong mechanic. I think that's not good. They should teach you how it really works, so that you in the long run will actually play the fractal correctly, even if you're doing it on a higher scale. But yeah, I mean, I guess that's what they do. Yeah. What is better for support? Herald, World versus World build, Harrier or Celestial? If you play support Herald in World vs. World specifically, I would say best stat that you can get is Minstrel. You could go for Celestial. I would not recommend Harrier though, because you're really squishy with Harrier. Harrier is like not providing you with any defensive stats, and you are support after all, so you want to survive. But on Harrier stats, you actually die quite fast. So I would say better go for Celestial, or best choice would be Minstrel. Yeah. That is true, that is true. 69 is the highest level, that is true. The region doesn't matter, yes. I can send gems to everybody, yes. At least if you have a Guild Wars 2 account, yes. Welcome, Varon, welcome, welcome. Not sure about Necro for me, that's a bit depressive. But Firebrand, Mirage, Tempest seem very interesting. That's good, yeah. Choose the one that you enjoy out of those and you will have a very good time with that. Thanks, Timey. Thanks a lot, Senpai. Thanks a lot for the sub, really appreciate it. You have a higher chance of winning the giveaway now. And it's also retroactive, so if you entered before that, don't worry, it will still increase the chances. What your build do you use it currently? I'm currently using like Celestial's Alacrity providing Mirage, like Alacrity DPS Mirage with full Celestial, because that's obviously the easiest time that I can use my Celestial gear that I already had. Mirage is really good with this, but other than that, I will now at some point swap to Chronomancer to get some more healing stats as well. So Harrier gear for my Chronomancer. Oh my god, that was very close. Yeah, that is definitely something. Nice, Kion. Thanks a lot for the Prime. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Can you do that multiple times? Yes, very good. I did that. Now we have to do the other one. Thought that was a shortcut, but not really. Not really. There we go, almost there. Okay, they did it anyway, already without me, I think. No. So, let's catch up on chat in a second. Yeah, no, it's not 8k gems, don't worry, it's not that much. It's 400 gems, so not the highest amount, but it's sponsored by ANET, and I will do more giveaways like that in the future, like in this stream multiple times, so you have a higher chance of winning. Not the highest amount, don't worry, it's not like 8k, but it's at least a little bit. So if you want to have a chance of winning some gems, be sure to enter the giveaway. Oh my god, that's not how you do it. That was a really good shortcut, yeah. Massive time save, insane. Yeah, definitely don't do it like that. I'm still there, you know, we still made it. Not too bad. It's like quick play, no one cares. It's like I have Guardian and understand both Core and Dragon Hunter. I didn't play either Mesmer or Elementalist, and I also like playing Purple. Yeah, I think then go for Mesmer. I think Mesmer is very, very good right now and will just get better with the expansion coming up, just because Troubadour seems like absolutely busted in all game modes. So I think you will have a good time with it for sure. But just play what you like, and you can try it out. If you don't like it after playing it for a few hours, then you can still switch. You know, that's the cool part about Guild Wars 2. It's really open to new players and different classes to try. So it's really not that bad. Saw your videos on YouTube, very good content for someone who has returned to the game after like 6 years. Perfect, glad to hear that. More to come, more to come, more to come. They killed Mesmer for me. They killed... Yeah, that is true. Like, improved alacrity on Chronomancer is like... It's a weird trade now. Before, it was such a good trade. I think it should have been baseline in Chronomancer. They changed it. Now it's like... It's still very good, don't get me wrong. It's still very good. But I really don't like how they reworked it. I think that they should have done it more... naturally, how it played before, but now it feels like very annoying to theory craft around to some extent. I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of that. Wow, nice. That is true. I have to do. I get an achievement here when I bow at the correct time. That gives me a mastery point, I think, even, maybe. When he bows, okay. Then we will do that. Then we will do that. Turn around, please, and give me a respect. There we go. Nice, we did get a mastery point. Thanks. Thanks, appreciate it. Appreciate the tip here, very good. Thanks, Anton. You're my favorite Guild Wars 2 creator, and greetings from Ukraine. Nice. Hope you're doing fine there. It's not the best situation for sure, but I hope I can at least make your day with a bit interesting and some interesting debate here on my stream. Yes, be sure to enter the giveaway, last chance. I will draw the winner like in a minute. Just clear my inventory and then I will draw the winner. So be sure to enter if you haven't already. !enter in the Twitch chat. And you have a chance of winning some gems. And then, very important, let's first draw the winner then, and then I will tell you how I send you the gems. So I think most of you are entered because it already said like a lot of times you have too many tickets, which means you're already in there. And let's draw the giveaway winner. 150 entrants, so you still have a decent chance of winning, not the highest, but still decent. Let's close it for now. Don't worry if you are like didn't make it in time. We will do more giveaways in the future. In like an hour, the next one. Exactly, applause, applause, very good. And close it, there we go. And draw the winner. And Frankenstein, you won. Congrats. Let me check if that's correct, if that's really what the chat said. Sorry, the second one is not correct. Why did it show twice? Frankenstein, you're the winner. Congrats, congrats. And you will get 400 gems. Just let me know your account name. And you will get this gems, or the code rather, sent. I can only send you the code. I can't send you the gems directly. So if you want to redeem the code, you go to your Blackline Trading Company here to the gem store and go to redeem code. And then you can just enter your gem store code and it will give you the gems. I will send it via in-game. So let me know the account name, Rompenstein, if you're still here. If not, we have to reroll. That's how it works here in this channel. If you don't show up in the next like 2 minutes, I will reroll. And then you have another chance of winning. If you're there, Rompenstein, let me know. And currently there's no giveaway going on. We will do another one as soon as this one is over. Don't worry, don't worry. And exactly 400 gems, that's the idea. And I will not show it here on stream because you might snipe it. So I will, as soon as he gives me, or they give me the specific account name, I can actually send it. Hopefully, if you're here, please let me know your account name. Guild Wars 2 account name, Rompenstein. Very important. I will give you 1 more minute. Otherwise, I have to reroll. That's how the rules are. Yeah. I see it, Bosso. I see it. That's definitely not it. I will notice the account name. I will notice it. I remember it. Come on. Currently, there is no giveaway. I'm not sure why people actually do it. Every reroll will automatically be distributed to the mods. Not so good. I'm not so sure. If Rompenstein is not here, we have to reroll. You know, I'm like giving you 10 more seconds and then we have to reroll. I mean, I gave you 2 minutes or even longer. So yeah, I guess they are sleeping. They are farming the drops AFK. So I guess that's we have to draw another one. I'm sorry. I think that's it. And who is it this time? Leopard Knight. You have now you won the giveaway. Please let me know your account name now. Leopard Knight. Let me know your Guild Wars 2 account name so I can send you the gems. So let's give this again 2 minutes. He said no and left to reroll. Exactly. The classic. All of them leave. You know, all the people that enter will just leave. Oh no. Hopefully you're still here, Leopard Knight. Please answer. So give me your account name. And then we can send you the gems. Reroll until I'm winning. Yeah, I mean, I guess we have to do that at some point, you know? Oh my god. I don't get the people that enter the giveaway and instantly leave, you know? Bonk, yeah, I really don't know what the problem is. Ah, come on, please. Leopard Knight, please be here, otherwise we have to reroll again. Come on, can't be true, you know? Can't be hitting always people that are not here anymore. Wow. Thanks, Renaf. Thanks a lot for the prime, really appreciate it. Thanks for your support. I'm not sure. What should I do? Should I reroll again? Reroll a streak? Yeah, I mean, I guess we have to do another one. I'm really sorry. No one answered here. Let's do it. So who is it this time? Venterex. Venterex, please, if you're here in chat, let me know your Guild Wars 2 account name that I can finally send out the gem codes that I have here, sponsored by ANET. Please be here. Venterex. Please be here. Thanks, Jürgen. Really appreciate the prime. Thanks a lot. Yeah, the Wizard's Hat is a really good one. I'm really happy that they put it back in chat. Not in chat, reroll. Oh my god, what is going on? That is crazy. Why do you enter giveaway and instantly leave? You know, it's not like I had it open for hours. I will give you again 20 seconds if you're here, Venterex, otherwise I have to reroll it. So sad. You know, I want to give away the gems, but obviously I don't want to do it just random. Okay, another chance. Who is it this time? Void Keem Cloud. Please, if you're here, please let me know your account name in the chat here. Your Guild Wars 2 account name, so I can send you the gold. It's actually crazy. Nice. Right, let's... Why? Team Cloud Meadow. Very good. Let me know your Guild Wars 2 account name. Very good. That's the first guy. Congrats, you made it. I will quickly not show my screen so I can send you the gem codes, because otherwise people might snipe it. You don't want to have that. Congrats to you. Congrats to you. And I will quickly get the gem code. Give me a second. Can you double check if your account name is correct? Because it seems like there is some misspelling or something. Because it's not working. Please double check your account name. Oh, there we go. Okay. Now now I have to wait. Very good, because obviously in Guild Wars 2, if you try twice to send a mail, you get like blocked from sending more mails for the next minute. So I have to wait a minute. Very aggressive, but okay. Thanks all for the follows. Hope you're enjoying the stream, you know. No bots here allowed on this channel. Yeah. Don't worry, we have more stuff coming up, more giveaways. We will start the next giveaway directly after this one, and hopefully this time we have everyone staying around and not leaving, so we don't have to reroll for 4 times. Hopefully less this time. Yeah. Okay, a little bit longer, and then we can hopefully send gem codes. Congrats to you. My God, this is such an annoying feature. I can't send the mails. You know, I'm like I didn't even send the mail, but it didn't allow me to send the mail because I'm like sending too much excessive messaging. You know, I tried to message 2 times. That's excessive messaging. I'm not allowed to compose any more mails. Oh my God. Yeah. I can DM on Twitch as well, but the problem is that some people have their setting in Twitch that they can't get whispers, and then I cannot do that for everyone, so I just know in-game it works all the time. So that's the idea. I can also whisper it, yeah. If you have it active, I can send you the whisper here as well. I just whisper you in. There we go. I whispered it to you now. If it didn't work, I think maybe. And it also sent it in game, and just in case. Now everything should be good again. Very good. I can quickly switch back to my normal view. Very good. I'm back. So there we go. And we can finally get better. So I'm not completely sure how it works with Steam and if you can use gem codes there, but I'm not sure. I'm not completely sure about it. What is the daily for the fractals? We want to get some fractal dailies gone. Maybe 15. Chaos, urban, and uncategorized. I really want to get in a higher level fractal scale, but I can't see it here. That's really annoying. That's extremely annoying, to be honest. So there is a way around this. How is there a way around this? It's actually really annoying, to be honest. This is one of the features that I don't like in Guild Wars 2, that you have fractal scales, but if you have the required agony resistance, you know, I have on this character with the other, I have 42 agony resistance. I can't get those to unlock here because I don't have them done yet. It's so annoying. It's so bad. So I need someone to actually open or to invite me to a party that is able to get me the party in the higher tier scale. It's so bad. It's really bad. Yeah, Snowdrop, if you are here, you can do that. Then we can do a tier 2 fractal run. Yeah, would be good. Would be good. Yeah, we can also do some with viewers if you're up. We can also do some with viewers, of course. If you want to join, I will take anybody. It doesn't matter if you just want to do some fractals and have enough agony resistance to do them. We will do it. Agony resistance is the only thing required. But yeah, I will of course do it with viewers as well. 1 to 100 fractal speed run. That would take a long stream, yeah. That would take a long stream. Okay, so I promised you to start the next giveaway. Let's do this as well. So. And now it should work. Next giveaway is up. Exclamation mark enter to enter. Thanks, Snowdrop. Really appreciate it. Exclamation mark enter to enter. You have to be a Twitch follower to win. Sorry for my YouTube viewers, only on Twitch currently. And just put it, just the dailies exactly. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Really appreciate it. And subscribers get 5 times the luck. If you want to join, you can just, if you are currently online, you can join this account or my character name. Just join in the, where is it? My character name, please. There, my character name. You can just join my group and we will do the dailies. Currently tier 2 dailies for fractals. And 400 gems giveaway. I will probably roll it like in half an hour to make sure that we actually find the person that is actually the winner rather soon and not wait until they leave. But yeah. If it says too many tickets, you are already in. If it says too many tickets, you're already in. Snowdrop, you don't have to join if you don't want to. I know you can do the higher level fractals. You don't have to do T2 fractals, I guess. But very nice. Very good. Yeah, I mean, this is obviously giving me... No, you can stay and show how high your DPS is, you know? That's the important part. Yeah, so I really want to unlock Chronomancer at some point, but for that I need to level my Chronomancer, and this takes a while, you know, I need a lot of hero points for that. So at some point we will probably have to play a lot of World vs. World for that, yeah. Floppy fish, exactly. Yes, I can show the name again. You can just type in the chat my name, like join, and then you can join this character name, or you can just go to the LFG. Currently we are on T2 scale into dailies. This is our group. You can just join that as well. Yeah, EOD hero point run would be very easy, that is true. The thing is, I don't have EOD on this account, and I'm not sure if it's like, if I should just purchase it and say this is the easiest way to get this, or if I should say I want to do it in a way that most people can do it as well. And World vs. World is actually very accessible. You just play World vs. World for like a couple of hours and you have the hero points unlocked there as well. So we will see what's the fastest way, but I think EOD is probably the fastest way. So maybe I have to purchase this as the last expansion here as well. Okay, one more person. Very good. There we go. Big food donation. That's crazy. Nice. More experience. That's what we like. Kind of new player. What does the number next to the player names in the party list mean? So that depends on the content that you're doing. Currently, I'm doing fractals and it showcases the agony resistance of those players. So you can see they all have quite high amounts already. I'm currently at 42. So I'm lower. Or we're doing skipping. Okay. So this is the important part. Like, come on. So the important part is that the agony resistance in fractals is like very, very important. Otherwise you die like all the time. And I would say, I think this is like crazy. We have crazy gamers here. We are really bad at this. I'm really bad at jumping passes. Get the revive and get the portal. Can we do it? Nice, we did it. I will just do the thing here. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We will do it. When everyone is here, we can let you respawn. Very good. And hopefully now it's fine. But yeah, so what I was saying is, you see here on the left the agony resistance when you are in fractals. If you are in PvE, you see the mastery rank. If they are level 80, if they're under level 80, you see the level of the character. If you're in World vs. World, you see the World vs. World rank. That's how it works. does it tell you how good the player is? Not necessarily. This is the thing here. Yeah. I'm using Blishut to have this cursor here because I use it Blishut anyway, and in there's the mouse cursor add-on. But I use it typically for the pathing. You will see that later when I do some how's it called? Map exploration again, where I use some nice paths to make the fastest, most efficient routes. But that's why I use the same module to get the mouse cursor, but you can easily use the YOLO mouse third-party tool or whatever you want. Everything works as long as it is within the terms of service of Guild Wars 2. If you want to have a setup guide about Blishut, this add-on here, be sure to type !mouse in the chat. You will get a setup guide how to do this. People doing tier 4 fractal with 0 agony assistant have to be pretty good, so it kind of tells you how they are. That is true. If you do tier 4 fractals without having any agony resistance, you have to be really good. That is true. If you want to know if it's a good player, look for the title. If it's not Legendary Conqueror of Ura, it's washed up trash. Yeah, I guess. I guess that's how it is, yeah. No, I think experience in Guild Wars 2 is really hard to measure with one number or measure with anything. Guild Wars 2 is really like, there are people that have 50k achievement points and they don't know about the game that much. Like they might not having good DPS rotations, they might not know actually how to play PvP. So it's really hard to measure with a single number how good someone is, especially because there are so many things in the game that you can be good or bad at. So I think just try to find people, say, I'm looking for people that actually know what they're doing, and hopefully honest people join that actually really know what they're doing. But currently for most content, especially like what I'm doing fractals right now, especially on this low level, it doesn't really matter. There will be people good enough. Yeah. So where's Snowdrop is now missing. Okay. Very good. Ah, he crashed. Okay. Sniped. Okay, very good. You made it. Now finally we can continue here. And this is actually my first tier 2 fractal that I do, which is obviously really good because tier 2 gives you way more rewards, or not way more, but it gives you decent amount of more rewards, which is obviously really nice for this account. I need still a lot of more gold to get. I need more ascended gear to get. And just very nice. I think I will play heal actually here. I think we don't have a healer. So I will swap to heal after this one. Just for the safety here. But you can see it's really easy. And we get a lot of damage. Don't forget to take the loot. Swap to heal. Very good. I also should have now the correct runes from the trading post. I'm pretty sure I have it ordered. Yes, they arrived. Very nice. So I can finally continue gearing up my character here and get full ascended, correct runes, correct things, all the good stuff. Very nice, we did it. You're in this 0-0 with all expansions unlocked? No, I don't have all expansions. I just have like Path of Fire, Heart of Thorns, like the main ones unlocked. Yeah. Not all of them. In higher tier fractals, some damage with agony just in the area. Yes, you will die if you don't have the high agony resistance that you need for higher level fractals, as for example Nightmare or something, you will just die. It's impossible to survive it because it will just like apply without having to. If you dodge it, whatever, it is an attack and it is an undodgeable, unblockable, you will die to it. So nice. Good skip, good skip. Good job. Thanks a lot for doing so fast. How much agony resistance do you reach to go into tier 2 fractals? So starting at fractal level 20, you will need some agony resistance to counteract it. And to get there, I think you would be good with like 25 to 30 if you want to start with the low level tier 2 fractals, but it will go up to way higher because it increases quite drastically, because at fractal level 100 you have to have 150 agony, so it increases like on average like 3 or something per level. So it's actually quite a lot of agony that you encounter over the course of your journey, so you definitely have to increase your agony resistance quite drastically all the time. A video demonstrating all fractal skills might be a good one too. Yeah, it's a really good one. The sad part is, first of all, there is already a video like that. So I would just repeat the same video. It's really good. I can recommend it. It's by Faint. It's written like that. And he is a really good Mesmer player. He showcases all the fractals. And all the skips that you can do. It's just amazing. I'm not sure if I would ever be able to do a better video like this one. So be sure to check it out. Yeah. And it should help everyone. Even the veterans, there are some skips that you might not know about. It's really good video. Like they kept the agony resistance, that's from Guild Wars 1. Yeah, it's actually quite interesting that some of the stuff they actually kept from the old game. Not all the stuff. Some stuff, for example, dyeable weapons, they didn't keep, which is quite sad because it's obviously a really fun thing. But yeah. Fractals are the only place it's used. Yeah, it would be cool if it would be more like account bound, in my opinion. It would be really nice if you would have something that makes it more incentivizing to use on in other places, areas of the game as well, but then it needs to be account bound. I think something that is not account bound, being used in a lot of different cases, a lot of different scenarios in the world, is not very healthy for the game. Because it's, yeah, the last jump I did not make. Okay. But yeah, I think I agree. I think agony is, if you already have it, it would be cool if it would be at least somewhat useful in other things, but it's a little bit annoying for new players to understand. So there are positives and negatives about this. So yeah, I'm not sure. I think that with the core feature rework, maybe something comes like that. Is it hard to get enough? I'm wondering how feasible it is to have multiple builds characters to do fractals on. I have that. I have all my main characters with highest agony resistance that they need, and it's not hard at all. It's just, it costs you like a little bit of gold, or if you play a lot of fractals, you will get it passively anyway. So I think it doesn't make that much sense, to be honest. It's not that bad. That's what I meant. It's not that bad. For a new player, it can be a bit annoying, but you see here, I already have, like, by doing a few fractals, I am at 42. And if I do that a little bit more times, like doing like 5 fractals a week or something, you will get that quite easily for the other characters as well. Yes, it costs some gold, but it's not too bad. There are way worse things to get than agony resistance. It can be annoying because you need full ascended gear. That's the more important part. Not necessarily the agony resistance itself. It's more about that you need full ascended gear for the second character as well. Yeah, I think some people would say account bound would be good, but I would say it's not too bad right now to get, actually. It's just a little bit annoying. It's keeping you from trying out new characters there. Even though it's not too bad to get, it keeps most people from saying, okay, I play this and this and this character in fractals because the agony resistance exists. It's around 100 gold per character for full agony. Yeah, exactly, which is not horrible. There are way worse things, and you get some passive agony anyway. You know, Fractal God gives you something, and you can also get it just by playing Fractals. You will get agony infusions on top of that. So yeah, I plan to do the Fractal event as soon as possible. What build would you recommend so I can carry pucks, and if I needed solo clear anything? I would say play some kind of power quickness build like Power Scrapper. It's really good because it gives you quickness uptime guaranteed. You have a lot of damage. You have a lot of self-sustain via the barrier. So I think Power Scrapper, Quickness Scrapper in particular, is probably the best choice that you can get for quick play fractals, because they're really easy and not like punishing at all. So playing some aggressive builds is always the best option. Yeah, you can. That's really important point here in chat. You can progress a lot of legendaries all at once, which makes in the long run your, so to say, time gates way less annoying, because you can progress 3 time gates at once most of the time. So highly recommend doing that, of course. But it depends, of course, also on what you actually want to get. Some legendaries obviously need a lot of gold, or most legendaries, so you can't progress like 3 legendaries at once and expect all of them get at the same time because they have a gold sink in there. But if you have something that is not requiring that much gold, or you have infinite gold, then getting all the time gates at the same time makes more sense. The only difficulty of agony resistance is getting fashion infusions. Yeah, some people would agree to that. Yeah. You think Guild Wars 3 will kill Guild Wars 2? It depends heavily what Guild Wars 3 is. We don't have any confirmation how it will look like, what it will be, and just in general how it's gonna look like and stuff. So I would say, if we have any confirmation and it's a completely different game, no, it will not kill it. If it's like the same game, just with a new color and higher like graphics quality, just a new game, whatever, then it will kill Guild Wars 2. That's why I think it will not be similar like to Guild Wars 2. It will be more like a Guild Wars 1 repaint. and a very nice new game. I think that's way more likely. But really hard to make any assumptions now because we have no clue what is actually going to happen. Like absolutely no clue. They have not confirmed anything. We don't even know if they work on a Guild Wars 3 in the background. So don't worry, if you're a new player, there is still a lot of time to enjoy Guild Wars 2 if it's ever coming out a new game. Yeah, I'm always happy to help. Scrapper, Sneak Gyro, and Super Speed, Power Creeps, Fractals, exactly. It's like the Super Speed, the Barrier, the Burst Damage. It's like everything that you want from a fast-paced class to carry Fractal groups is in there. Like every single piece. It's crazy. Scrapper is just very, very good for that. I would play it myself if I would like have all the classes access to, but on this account I don't have that. Oh, we have a skip going on. Nice. And she might not be faster than Thief or Mesmer in skipping, but they're the most versatile and comfy. Yeah, I would say so actually. If you really want to carry your group, oftentimes it's better to have something that might not be the absolute best, but versatility is king, because you then can take care of mechanics that other classes might not be able to. Yeah, that's correct. Nice. He made it. Good job. Thanks. Very nice. I think I like a modern remake of Guild Wars 1, like making it instance-based, not as open world as Guild Wars 2. Like Guild Wars 2 should be the open world game, yeah? And Guild Wars 3, if it will ever come out, I highly suspect being something that is way more focused on like procedural instance content generation that you can do alone or in a group, and something like that that is a little bit more focused on like how Guild Wars 1 used to be, or it still is in that sense. And Guild Wars 2 is more open world focused and more like this is the big scaling thing game where you have like 50 players, 100 players on the same map. Guild Wars 3, if it will ever come out, maybe would be something that is a little bit different and more back to the roots. Let's see. That's my guess. Doesn't mean it's true. It's not my... I don't have any more information on that. That's what I want to say. I think Guild Wars 3 will be a completely different game. Yeah, I had actually I made a whole video on my YouTube channel about it, and one of the like crazy things that I mentioned there is that it might not even be called Guild Wars 3. I think to get away from the image that Guild Wars 2 has, if it's good, if it's bad, they will maybe not even call it Guild Wars 3, maybe give it a complete different name, and therefore have no like prejudice going on, and the community will either enjoy the new game or will not, but will not judge it based on what ArenaNet released before. At least not as much. I think that is also quite likely. Yeah, I think Guild Wars 2's engine is definitely dated. You definitely noticed it, so I think improving the engine, maybe making a completely new engine is definitely a very, very good way to do it. I agree with you, Coda. It might seem unlikely that there will be a Guild Wars 3, but I just know for a fact that ArenaNet hires a lot of new people for some kind of unannounced project in the background. What that is, if it's a new Guild Wars 2 expansion, if it's like some kind of new game, we don't know. They have not confirmed anything, but there is something going on. What it is, we don't know, but there is something going on, so that's just the only thing that I can tell you. Yeah. What's your favorite mechanic in Guild Wars 1 that is missing in Guild Wars 2? For me, it was definitely the traditional tank DPS roles. I think Guild Wars 1 had apparently... I did not play Guild Wars 1, so I can't tell you that much about it, but I heard obviously a lot about it in the community and stuff. And for me, Guild Wars 1 is a game that is dated in terms of how the combat feels. Guild Wars 2 is more fluid and dynamics and stuff, but I really enjoyed this idea of making your own heroes and stuff so that you can play some solo content. I think Guild Wars 2 is heavily missing some instant solo content. You know, I'm a solo content enjoyer. I play the game mostly alone. Yes, I play fractals. Yes, I play raids and stuff, but I don't really play it with statics. And I think more solo content in a game that is like as big as Guild Wars 2, that is something that is definitely would improve it. And that's why I think Heroes is one of the coolest parts in Guild Wars 1, that you can, so to say, customize your party and make a really cool try-hard endgame scenario run even alone. That's just something that I really like of Guild Wars 1. Yeah, the dual classing is also cool. It doesn't fit in Guild Wars 2. It is horrible to balance here, but in a new game, maybe. Who knows? Yeah, likely that is so weird. People say that this was confirmed. It was not confirmed. ArenaNet never said this is the case. Like ArenaNet never said this is the thing that is guaranteed to be happening. Yes, we will do the. Yeah, let's do the recommended fractal as well. Yeah. But yeah, it's like ArenaNet never confirmed or denied any existence of an unannounced project, so we have no clue. It was just some kind of like NCSoft meeting. They dropped the name apparently, but if it's really the case, or if it's just like someone was like I don't know, in the corner and was saying something to just get them out of the heat of the moment, I have no clue. I really don't know. I was not there. It's not really confirmed or anything. That's the main thing. Yeah, Hall of Monuments for Guild Wars 3 would be cool, but it needs to be balanced in a way that it makes actually sense. I think if it's too much that you unlock directly in the next game, that's not good. But if it's something about just skins and stuff, that would be good, and titles, yeah. So we will do 2 more fractals, I guess. The recommended... We can do the 48 is horrible. No, we don't do that one. But we will do the 15 and then we will draw the next giveaway winner. So !enter in the Twitch chat. You have to be a Twitch follower to win. Subscribers get 5 times the luck. We will draw 400 gem giveaway sponsored by ArenaNet after this fractal. Just wanted to say that I'm a returning player. Haven't played since the base game and wasn't sure if I would like the game. And when I come back, because it was so confusing, but reviews alongside Laurentius really helped me get back. Perfect. That's good. You know, we have really nice community and really nice content creators. So if I can help and be one of those, perfect. That's what I want to hear. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't need to be Guild Wars 3. It's correct. I think that's how they can revive the core dungeons, to be honest. Bring back the companion system from Guild Wars 1 just for dungeons. That would be good. Other MMOs like Final Fantasy has this feature that you can go into content that is like nowadays not played as much, and you can just have some NPCs that help you. WoW has that as well for delving, for example. That's actually quite cool. I like this. I hope that will come out well. Yeah, they have to the rewards. I made a video about this topic. Guild Wars 2's dungeons are actually very, very rewarding, but you have to do them really fast. So that means that as soon as you do them not very fast, they get actually quite bad. So you have to do them really fast, and you can get up to 70 gold per hour. I'm not joking. I have that here on, like, how is it called? High authority, that people actually do that. I have people, I know them, they actually get that number. But you have to be really, really fast, and a new player will not get that. But that is just like, just wanted to mention it here. Yeah, just want to mention it, yeah. That's good. Good to hear. If I can help more people getting back into the game, that's perfect. That's the goal. More people back into the game. Should we do a portal and then try to... Let's do the heat room. Let's do the heat room. I saw a power DPS Catalyst Spear build in Snowcross, but it's 1 year old. So Spear on Catalyst is not the meta pick anymore, but you can still play it. It's still viable, but it's not the best. So it's okay to use. So yeah. So let's do that. I think I should be able to do it without any... Yeah, I think I should be fine. No problem. No portal needed. Very good. We did it. We did it. Remember back in the day, people used to do COF Path 3, spam for gold. That was back the old day. That was good times. Good times. That is true. Definitely something like nostalgic about that. It was not necessarily something that is like crazy like fun or engaging, but it was definitely a unique thing to do, for sure. So this one, and then we can go to the end boss. Speedrunning dungeons, exactly, yeah. How do you make that money from dungeons? You get a lot of currency and liquid gold from dungeons, or some liquid gold as well. Typically, you really want to get some recipes going. Like there are some specific dungeon recipes that you can get and then craft an exotic item that you can then sell on the trading post. This is something that is worthwhile doing. How is it called? I actually don't know the names of those, but there are some recipes that you can craft and get some good gold out of there. There are other things like you get a lot of liquid gold. You complete like 20 dungeons within like 1 hour or a little bit more, 1.5 hours. And that in the long run means that you will be able to get a lot of liquid gold just from those 20 dungeons. You get a lot of dungeon currency that you can convert if you don't have the recipes and some other items that you then can sell. So this is like summing up about different things. But in the end, you will get this number if you are really fast. That's the important part. If you are slow, if you take longer, it will just decrease the gold power like drastically, which doesn't mean it's unplayable, but it's definitely not as lucrative as other activities can be. If you are fast, yes, it's good, but as soon as you are not like that fast anymore, then it's probably better to do some open world matters and stuff. But it's still the problem why CUF Path 3 farming is not available anymore is because it's daily kept and it also has diminishing returns on top of that. That's the main thing. But yeah, it could still be worthwhile, yeah. I want to play Elementalist more, but the builds are so much APM. Yeah, sadly, there is a low-intensity Tempest build. I have it up on my channel. And there will be a low-intensity, how is it called? Low-intensity Evoker build coming up with the expansion. That will be really easy to play. But before that, yeah, Tempest is probably your best bet. Yeah. Also, returning player, been gone for 4 years and your videos have been helped a lot. That's good. Good to hear. Good to hear. More to come. So I wanted to draw the giveaway winner. I hope everyone is here. We will do the giveaway drawing now. And last chance to enter, exclamation mark enter. You have to be a follower to win. Subscribers get 5 times the luck. 400 gems sponsored by ArenaNet. That's it. Pistol Thief is really easy, that is true. Inferno Fire only Elementalist Tempest specifically is really easy. It doesn't reach 45k anymore, but still very easy. And yeah, it would be good, yeah, for sure, to have more rewarding dungeons, I agree. Animation is so good, but Weaver Spear Elementalist, just the way to use it is to spam so hard with it, and it feels so tanky, but the APM is insane. Yeah, the problem with Spear is that it forces you to play a lot of APM while also rooting you in place, which is not a good combination for harder content. That's why not a lot of people play it. And it's also not the highest damage anymore, but it's really fun. I like the design a lot. If you like that, yeah. Exactly. Evoker is like, I just forgot the name, not the spec, but Evoker will be very low intensity with the specialized trade. Thanks, Cowhead. Thanks a lot for the prime. Really appreciate it. Sorry for butchering your name though. Similar with Engie, I love the gameplay of Holosmith, but I cannot get the DPS to go buffer the quickness DPS square buff. It's really like a lot of builds, especially Holosmith, like Weaver, like Catalyst, they have really high APM, like Willbender, and it's somewhat hard to get the highest benchmark number. It really is. There are some easy builds that are way easier to get a real good number in a real fight because you don't have to press that many buttons, like Condi Mechanist, for example, or Power Mechanist with Rival. They are so easy to play, and if, yes, on paper, Holosmith has a higher number, but you will typically not reach it. So this is something that you always have to consider when it comes to like benchmarking and stuff. If it says fail to enter, you're already in, so don't worry. Okay, so let's do it. It's this time we get it. Last chance, we will draw the giveaway winner now. And hopefully this time the winner is here. So let's close it. And don't worry, we will do one more today. And the winner is Rowan2. Congrats for winning the giveaway. Please let me know if you're in chat and I will send you the gem code. Please let me know. Nice, we have a push match. That's very good. If you are here, Rowan, please let me know that you're here. You are here, very good. I will whisper your account name, the gem codes. Congrats to you. Congrats to you. There we go. I send it and I will open the next giveaway. Sadly, you can't see it. It's not I don't have any proof, but maybe Rowan can say that they received it. And then we can continue here with the next giveaway, I guess. Congrats, congrats. That was fast. At least this time someone was here. Perfect. That's what we want. And I will open the next giveaway. Give me a second. Which is maybe the last one for today. Let's see. Maybe another one after this. Let's see how I feel. Again, it's open. Exclamation mark enter to enter. Good luck to everybody. Recently started playing quick Condit DPS spear mechanist with just a flamethrower kit, and I really enjoy it. It's really low intensity and it's really good. Let's activate this here. Very good. It's really good. This is the new PvP push mode. It's really fun, and it's currently like you can just play it in unranked. Yes. Thanks for the Prime, Elnex. Really appreciate it. Thanks a lot. You have no higher chance of winning, so be sure to enter the giveaway. No, it's not my alt account. It is not. It is not. I can tell you that. It's not my alt account. Okay, let's do this. This is a weird opener. What are they doing? Why did they go to the right side out? What? Interesting. Okay. Push in unranked. Let's have some fun, I guess. Oh my god, they instantly bursted someone. That's very good. Nice. 2 kills here. Very good. Get some CC down. Very nice. Just in case if they were racing. No, they were not. I think that looks like a easy win. Easy win already. My team seems to be competent. Very good. You know, that's why I have PvP as my daily on Wizard's Vault and my weekly, because you just do some PvP matches and you are like already having all the dailies. It's really, really good. Thanks, Saragon, for the Prime. Really appreciate it. Thanks for your support. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Very good. Like, PvP is insane. Oh my god, guys, what is going on? So many subs. Thanks, really appreciate it. Thanks, King Elkan. Really appreciate it. Thanks a lot. So, let's focus on the match here, but I think it's actually looking quite like a stomp, to be honest. I'm not sure if the enemy team can recover from this. But it's a cool game mode. It's in the end, if you have not played it yet, it's like push the card. We have to just push the card. I don't want to stand in it because it gives a negative debuff if you stand too long in it. But it's generally just like you want to capture the flag and bring it to the enemy base. That's roughly about it. And oh, nice, we get the rally here. No. Get some CC down. Nice, get some damage, and I think we win here. Just from this push, we win here in not even 2 minutes. You know, the queue time was longer than the match itself. Yep, that's just in a nutshell. Yeah, in a nutshell. There we go. You did it. Easy win. That's how it goes. Push in a nutshell, or conquest, unranked, whatever, in a nutshell. Yeah. Thanks a lot, Likely, for the tier 1. Really appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Somewhat like frequent viewer, so that's really nice. Thanks for the support. Really appreciate it. Exactly. It's a little bit like Overwatch. Exactly. So Wizard's Vault done, one weekly done, and some dailies. Get it done. 1000. We can now finally purchase the Legendary Starter Kit. Easy peasy Legendary Starter Kit. There we go. And really, really good. Really, really strong. Can go to the Mist's Vault and select it here. I will select the Sunrise, I guess. So it's just a really fancy like looking area here. It's crazy where you can select it. So if you have not seen that yet, it's actually quite fun. So let me select it, please. There we go. Show it to me. Not the Minstrel, not Frenzy, not Rodgor. Sunrise. That's what I want. Give it to me. No. Okay, I have to select it here. Very good. Sunrise. There we go. There we go. We have it. Very nice. Precursor weapon, Legendary Gift Starter Kit. Very nice. We're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. Thanks, Somv. Thanks a lot for the Prime. Really appreciate it. Thanks a lot. You have now higher chance of winning the giveaway. So, not bad, not bad. Court, exactly, court. Unranked PvP is enough to clear all Wizard's Vault? Yes. You can just play PvP 1 match a day, roughly, and then you will get all the Wizard's Vault dailies. But the important part is you have to go to this gear wheel here and select PvP only. Because then you will get, the next time it refreshes for daily or weekly, you have to do it twice, each of them. Select PvP only, and you will get really easy, like compete in 1 match. Defeat 3 enemy players, earn 50 rank points, earn a top stat. That's all possible in 1 match. If you do it in 1 match, you get the daily done in like 10 minutes. And then you get, by doing this every single day, you will get the weekly done like to 85% as well. And then you have the weekly done almost by doing another match. So it's really, really easy. And you will get a Wizard's Vault coins very, very fast. That's why I do it in PvP. But of course, if you don't like PvP, then don't go for it. But I'm someone that actually enjoys PvP in Guild Wars 2. So that's why I do it like that. That's nice. That's very good to hear if you enjoy the content. That's very good. I'm good, Monkey, I'm good. If you link your accounts and just sit here and enjoy, you get free stuff. Exactly, you get a magic hat. That is correct. You get a magic hat for doing just some watching of my stream here. Yeah, there is currently drops going on Twitch in Guild Wars 2. Just connect your Twitch account with your Guild Wars 2 account and you will be able to get some nice cosmetic skins. Very good. Thanks for mentioning it. That's not what we want. A ring. And some rare stuff. Very good. Some Ectos. That's what we like. Sell some stuff and then we continue our map exploration. The long goal is almost finished. We are at 83%. I want to get it done very fast. Probably, let's see, next few days I want to finish it. So that's the goal. No, I don't want to. Just want to get some cooking supplies. There we go. That's it. Very good. And can clean up the inventory a bit and then we can finally continue with the journey here. We have over 100 Ectos already. That's not bad. That's actually not bad. So we also want to open all our chests at some point to get some more gold here. Open all of the chests. Very good. Some gold. Nice, nice, nice. So, very good. Get some, I guess, the Soshas and Berserker stats, I guess. And sell all the chunk that you get. That's how you get some gold from fractals most of the time. Just open the chests. Have some keys for that for the daily, from the dailies. Sell it at the vendor. Sell the chunk. You see, 20 gold almost from that. Really, really good. Now I can also go to the trading post and collect my stuff there. And we are getting there. We are getting there. What class would you suggest to a new player that is easy to play and learn and usable in all PvE, especially open world, as well as solo open world? Oh, that's not that easy to answer. For solo open world, and probably, I would say Reaper. I would say Reaper is probably the easiest to learn and play in solo open world. Yeah, Reaper. I have multiple, I think I have at this point 3 solo builds for Reaper right now. And Reaper is just very, very strong. Very strong. Can highly recommend it. Yeah, that's probably the best one. But choose the class that you like, because if you don't really dislike Reaper, then better go for something else. Okay. How much ping is generally recommended for PvP? I would say it doesn't really matter. If it's below like 100, is this good enough? If it's below 50, it is really good. So I would say it's not necessary to have ping that is lower than 200. There are no people for a fact that play with 200 ping, but that is definitely more challenging. Yeah. So I would say it's better to play with higher level connectiveness so that you actually get very good like response time, because it's obviously if you have instant cast on Mesmer, Thief, stuff like that, it can be very, very annoying to do and to survive, because you might have dodged at the right time but it didn't arrive in time on the server and you die because of that, or you activate your invulnerability skill, stuff like that. This can be quite like punishing. So I would say for PvP I would recommend below 100, ideally below 50 for the ping. How is Condi Virtuos in open world? It's good. It's okay. It is obviously a Condi build, so typically Condi builds take longer to ramp up, which is not always what you want in open world, because open world is somewhat easy and you kill a lot of mobs very fast, as you can see here. But even as a Condi build that I have here, the mobs die quite fast. So Condi Virtuoso is still a very good build for open world. It doesn't have the best self-buffing capabilities, but if you want to have a really try-hard build, you should go for a solo build then. Okay. So what do we have to do here? I think that's a different quest. Yeah, you have to train with the soldiers and kill some squid in the cave here. Don't pick Sunrise. Why not? I mean, I still can make a different legendary. The cool part is there's currently a second starter kit. I just picked anything because the bonus event here gives me access to a universal key for any legendary that I want in Generation 1 that is not Eternity. So that is currently also happening, which is obviously really, really good on top of that. So really, really nice to have that. Both of them available. And that's why I don't really care if I picked Sunrise for now, because I can still pick whatever legendary I want coming after that. Yeah, Power Rival Mechanist is extremely easy to play. It is. I have a low intensity Power Rival Mechanist on my YouTube channel, and it's so easy. I can just say, if you like to play Mechanist, this is probably the easiest build for it. And it has 40k DPS. It's really, really good. Good point there. Yeah. It does work if you're a really bad player. Yes. You don't have to win. That's the cool part. You don't have to win. It's just playing it. Yeah. Yes, it is due to PvP that it looks different. It's just the color changes. Yeah. There are dashes. Let me check. No, there are no dashes in the code. You should just be able to enter the code. I would say high ping is not really an advantage. High ping is, yes, works in both directions. So if the enemy sees an attack, that doesn't mean it actually is happening right now, because you have high ping and it might be delayed. But it is not really, it's feeling clunky for the other player that has lower ping, but it is more annoying than it is like an advantage for you. It can be in some rare circumstances where you dodge an attack and the enemy player's attack is actually happening a little bit later. Yes, in some circumstances, high ping can be actually an advantage, but it's very, very unlikely. So most of the time, I would say it's more very realistic to say high ping is bad. That is the equal meaning. Yeah, I know that feeling. Not deciding is always a problem. Deciding which legendary to craft is a big problem, yes. I will probably maybe go for the spear. I'm still not decided yet, though. We will see. I think ArenaNet doesn't have any intention right now, as far as I know, to make any other servers. I think they have NA servers, they have European servers, and that's about it. I think they don't really want to do anything else than that, sadly. That's the sad truth here. So we are done with this one. Very good. Yes, this is Staff Mirage. This is Staff Mirage. That is correct. Is there an exit here? Yes, very good. Yeah, high ping in Guild Wars 2 can be painful. I'm happy that I have, even with streaming, like 30 ping or something. That's good enough. It's not the best, but it's good enough. Yeah. I can't improve ping, so I'm forced to play with it. Yeah, I might make a video about this in the future, to be honest, about ping and how you can improve it for Guild Wars 2, because there are ways about it, but I have to research if it works perfectly well and stuff. It's a little bit hard for me to research because I obviously don't have high ping, but I have some actually ways to improve that, and maybe I make a video about this in the future as well, because I know how to like, there are some ways to do that. So maybe that will help you. So stay tuned on my YouTube channel for that. Yeah, exactly. Like, if you're from Australia, you have high ping. That's, sadly, you can't change that. It doesn't matter if you are playing on NA, if you're playing on EU servers, it doesn't matter. You have high ping. So it's like you are in a bad spot, like literally on the worlds. That's quite sad. But what can you do? You have a nice country to live in, I guess. So yeah, I mean, I'm happy with where I am, but I can also say German connections are also not the best. Like, for just the raw connections, in terms of like how my internet sometimes is like crashing for no reason. I had a stream that just crashed because my connection was not there anymore. Okay, just German internet, I guess. So yeah, there are Chinese servers, I think, but they are completely separate. So if you are playing on the Western version of Guild Wars 2, you will not have access to this. It's just Chinese version as far as I know. I'm not sure if they are Korean servers, maybe, but they have a completely separate version of the game. It has more pay-to-win aspects in there. It's a completely different game. It was made after Guild Wars 2 in the West released, so it's a different game. Now a real important question, which race to choose for Mirage? Race in Guild Wars 2 doesn't matter at all. I really don't care. I play each race. It doesn't really matter to me. I'm mostly enjoying humans for the fashion, but I really don't care. Like, Guild Wars 2 has racial skills, yes, but they are completely irrelevant. They are balanced in a way that they are horribly bad, so you would never use them. And it's just like only for fashion. If you like the specific look of a race, go for it. That's it. And I personally would go for humans. Yes, I'm boring, but that's it. The only good perk of playing with high ping, nobody can blame you if you did something bad. That's good. That's a good one. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. That is true. Yeah, exactly. China has plus 20 stat infusions because you can actually have some kind of pay to win aspect with this one, and it's horrible. Like I'm very happy that we don't have that in the Western version. It would be a really sad part about it. If you had some pay to win aspect in such a good game like Guild Wars 2, I would be really sad. Yeah. I mean, people like Char. It's quite unique. Like if you like those fashion styles of the big, hairy, fluffy things, yeah, sure, why not? What do I have to do? Yeah, commune, very good. Yeah, I mean, you see in chat there are some people that like Char, some people like Asura, some people hate Asura, some people like Norn, some people really like Zavari. I think all of them have their like appeal. I personally think, for me, from the fashion aspect, I think humans are the best because they have the most fashion styles that are actually fitting very well to the class and to the specific race and not having any issues. But I think nowadays, for example, the backpack that came out, Orax, legendary backpack, is fitting very well to Char. I think it fits really well there, but there are so many things that you can actually get in the game, and most of them fit in for most characters as well. So don't worry too much. Choose the one that you actually like. Definitely. More Char. Yeah, I guess I have on my main account, I have 70 characters, but I guess I could create more. Yeah. More characters and more Char then. Yeah, I guess. Lazy miner. Let's continue. Please work. Very good. Open world for world record? No, I'm just doing for the map completion to get the legendary at some point. That's the whole reason why I'm doing this. Yeah, it was a little bit of a weird saying, yeah, but people like Char. I'm not sure why explicitly some people like Char over other things, but some people really like the big thing of the Char, like big presence in the combat and stuff. I guess that's people really dislike Asura for the reason that they look like rats. I guess. I would say everyone has their own opinion there. Choose what you like. Yeah. So I use the storage mostly on my main account. You can watch some older streams where I showcase this and explain it, but on my main account, I use the storage for example. I have a lot of bag slots. I use it not only for like actual inventory storage, but also for builds. So if I use, for example, a character in World vs. World, then I have another character of the same class that is used in PvE, because then I can have easier time with the build templates, stuff like that, the equipment templates. And other than that, I use it mostly for storing like ascended gear. I have a full character of like 400 inventory slots of ascended weapons, only weapons, yeah? Because I played the game for way too long and I saved that stuff and stuff like that. But it's really not necessary, to be honest, to do so. It is just for me, I like to collect stuff, and who knows, maybe at some point we will get some value for this. I just feel so bad for deleting ascended stuff. So that's why I keep it. But that's just one example. I think here it's actually quite funny. You can actually, as far as I know, collect these things and then sell it. I think this is one of those quests. They are actually quite expensive. Let's collect it and let's see how much it is on the trading post. No, it's not expensive. Okay, then I could have bought it as well. It's fine. Let's do the quest normally. But some of the quest items, for whatever reason, are not account bound, so you can sell them and then you can purchase it with a different character, and can just give it back to the vendor here and instantly complete the heart, which is obviously quite funny that you can do that. I like Char because ArenaNet did a great job making playable Beastfolk, especially comparing to Isu animations. And yeah, I think Guild Wars 2 Char, or all races for that matter, actually have quite decent animations nowadays. Yeah, I think that's a good point. Yeah. Let me up there. Then not. Let's come back later. So this is, I have the mount wheel, which is Blish Hut, and in there I have the Mounts and More add-on, and I bound a specific key, for me it's C, to getting up this window here with the mounts. And then as soon as I release the button, I will either not use any mount if it's in the middle of the screen, or if I use my mouse and move it to one of those, they light up and I will get the mount if I have it unlocked on this account. That's how this works. What's the best method to farm antique summoning stones for Arena Legendaries? So you can do it via doing some strike mission CMs. You can purchase them each week, 5 per week from the Arborstone vendor. And other than that, the best way to farm it is sadly just buying it from the trading post, or be patient. That's the main thing. If you are patient, then you might in the long run get them over just doing them every day, or every week rather. But in the short term, the fastest way is by far getting it via the trading post. Sorry, that you can't really farm it that effectively. Yes, you can do Dragon's End and stuff like that and select it, or for example, the reward track is also possible from World vs. World or PvP. This can also give you, or they give you at the end of it, but it's not really like you cannot get 100 in one day. Yeah. So my pathing module settings, yes, I can show it. There we go. Should be able to see it now, but probably you want to see this one. Yeah. And I'm currently using the Taggets guide because it has a barefoot option, but the best pathing modules is by far the Thief's Trail. So definitely get that one if you have all the mounts. Yeah, so we currently have a giveaway going on, ! Entered to enter the giveaway. You have to be a Twitch follower to win. Subscribers get 5 times the luck. We will draw the winner in a bit. 400 gems, that's what is on the line. Sponsored by ArenaNet, because I'm an ArenaNet partner, so that's why. Hope that was enough. Now let's continue. Did I get the waypoint? Yes, no, yes, very good. Do some more quests. We are slowly getting somewhere. We're slowly getting the map. This is one of the last quests we have to do. 23 more quests. Yeah, very good, very good. Wow. Thanks, Enya. Thanks, Enya Puff. Thanks a lot for the Prime. Really appreciate it. Thanks for the support. Hope you're enjoying the stream. And not only do it for the giveaway. Very good. So, there's the quest. Come on. Come back, please. Yeah, we will draw the winner, I guess, in like 10 minutes or something. 5 to 10 minutes. Tell us a German joke. Oh, that's I don't know any jokes by heart. Let me think about it. This is a champion. I have to run away. I can't fight this. That's not what I want. Maybe someone in chat has a really good German joke. I don't know. You want to hear a German joke too? Okay, let's think about a German joke. This is a good one. That is a good one. That's true. That is good. In German, there is this joke. Treffen sich 2 Jäger im Wald. Beide tot. This is in English translated something like two hunter meet in the forest and they're both are dead. And in English it doesn't make any sense. But in German it's actually quite fun, at least to me, because it's some kind of words joke. Because in German the word treffen means the same as the English word meet, as well as to meet, the verb, and the same as hit. So if they hit each other with a rifle or something, with a shot, that means exactly the same thing in German. The same verb for that. So it's so to say, it uses the same times, and it's like a fun pun there in the end, I would say. But of course, that doesn't only make sense for German-speaking people. In English, it doesn't make any sense at all. Yeah, good one, good one. Yeah, there are some German jokes. There are some. I wouldn't say all of them are good, but there are some that are actually quite fun. Yeah. yeah. I mean, it's true. It's true. There are some, like, I would say, prejudice about Germans that they are not funny and stuff like that. I would say it depends which German you ask, but in general, I would say Germans tend to be rather like rigid and not the most like they are not the most funny person in general, but I don't like generalizing. You know, there are a lot of funny German people out there, I would say. It's just like if you encounter them in the wild, it might not be the most like happy folk. The most happy folk that you can meet, the most happy people. They are probably more forthcoming people in that regard, but there are some nice, let's say, different people. You never generalize. That's important. You know what it also means? If they hit each other with a rival, they did chapter 14 of the Soto story. Don't remind me of that, you know? Such a fail. No, I will not do the Soto story until chapter 14 to get the rival unlocked. No. I will play World vs. World. I decided that now. I will play World vs. World and level my character, my Chronomancer, via World vs. World, while also... Can I not get over this anymore? Oh, no. Yeah, so I will not complete the story until this. This is like way too long for me. I don't want to redo the story for this long. But good reminder, good reminder. I'm always happy to provide the content. Hopefully I can help you in the future as well. Glad you enjoyed. Yeah, it's more about like being ironic and having some kind of, yeah, exaggerating the real things that happen in reality. That is more like German humor, I guess. Yeah, I guess, yeah. Or have irony or something like that, yeah. I'm not sure. I'm completely sure about which kind of story instance you have to do. People in the chat told me it's have to be level the chapter 14, which is like way too long for me. It took like over 1 hour to get to chapter 3, so I don't want to do chapter 16. That's horrible. But if it's only 6, maybe I have to rethink. But right now, let's do some more map exploration. I'm currently running a Staff Celestial Mirage with these traits, just so that I can kill the mobs efficiently fast while also having some sustain in there and just having a decently good time for the map exploration. Yeah. German humor is very close to British humor, very dry, ironic, and sarcastic. The darker, the better. Yeah, I mean, I would say generally that's probably true. There obviously are exceptions, but most people would tend to agree to this statement, yeah. Yeah, but it's still quite annoying, to be honest. Like doing so many story missions just to unlock the weapon, I'm not sure. Yeah, but the weapon mastery training, I can show this here. The weapon mastery training, I did this chapter 3, but I'm not able to talk to Frode, or at least I did not get the letter there to unlock the weapon. You know, I think you unlock the weapon mastery training, which means that you unlock the, how is it called? The rival or all that good stuff that you can use only on specific elite spec. This is the thing that I unlocked, but I'm not able to unlock the weapon, I think. Hello? I can't talk to you, okay. As far as I know. Exactly. And you need the expanded weapon proficiency, which I don't get in the 3rd chapter. That's what I wanted to show here. It doesn't work like that, sadly. Yeah, so let's continue with the map exploration. So where were we? I think somewhere here. Anyway, I wanted to do this quest. I'm a correct. Rune of the Trapper is only craftable. Yes, there is no other way of getting it. You might be able to get it from a random Mystic Forge drop, but yes, you need to craft it yourself. So you can get the recipe and then craft it. It's not that expensive. Or if you want to really make sure that you, if you kind of don't have any other way of getting it, then you can use, for example, Relic, Rune of the Nightmare, or Rune of the Aristocracy, Rune of the Undead. Those are valid replacements, but the best is always Rune of the Trapper, because it's just the most amount of damage that you get from that. How do I infuse the amulet with the agony infusions? You can't. The amulet is very special. Amulets, ascended amulets, cannot be infused. Amulets have an enrichment slot. The enrichment of an amulet is just a buff for the loot that you get. like experience, magic find, gold find, stuff like that. So this is the only thing that you will get from there. It is not giving you anything other than some kind of more loot. It does not give you agony slots. That's the weird part about the amulet, but it's also a good part because obviously it helps you to gear out with more, I don't know, experience gain or something like that. So it can be good, but it doesn't provide you with agony slots. That is the case. Yeah, it's only craftable, yes. Always happy to help, always happy to help, don't worry. Okay, so we wanted to draw the giveaway. So last chance, 1 more minute. Giveaway, !enter. You have to be a follower to win. Subscribers get 5 times the luck. 400 gems on the line. Thanks to ANET for sponsoring that. Yes, it's absolutely trolling if you don't have enrichments in there, because enrichments are so worth it. For PvE, yes, but mostly for PvP. PvP is like insane value that you get from the enrichments. That is a good point. If it says you failed to enter, you are already in. So you cannot enter multiple times. Everyone has the same chances, except subscriber have a little bit higher. What final build are you going for? I'm trying to go for Chronomancer, full Harrier, so the classic heal Chronomancer build. I already have like half of the pieces of Ascended gear, and I will get more of this in the next 2 days, I would say. But for now, I'm sticking to the gear that I have here for Celestia and just running around for the map completion and stuff. But yeah, that's it. Okay, so I think the minute is over. We will draw the winner. We will draw the winner. Good luck to everybody. And don't worry, we will do one more giveaway today. And the winner is this time. Please be here. Please be here. Congrats to you. Congrats to you. Some V. Congrats. The first sub to win on my channel ever. So congrats. You won. Very good. I will let you know the gem code. I will let you know the gem code. Give me a second. There we go. I whispered it to you. Congrats, congrats. Don't worry, not rigged, or only slightly rigged for subscribers. So next giveaway is up in a second. Give me a minute, and there we go. Next one is up. Next one is up. !enter to enter. You have to be a follower to win. Subscribers get 5 times the luck. Good luck to everybody. And thanks for ANET for sponsoring this gem code giveaway. We will draw the winner in a while. Not too soon though. We just did one though. So. They still do not count, I guess. A few more quests. Like we are almost done with the quest for my map exploration. That's like very good. I also want to do the strike missions. I forgot that we didn't do it actually yet. This Forged Steel would also be very good, to be honest. Let's do a Forged Steel. And then continue the map exploration from there. Because Forged Steel, if you don't know, gives a lot of blue prophet shards, or crystals, or however they call it. And those are really, really good in terms of like value for your Ascended gear. You will get a lot of Ascended gear from those blue prophet shards. So we will do some Forged Steel with this guy and get some loot there. Even though it's not the most exciting strike mission, it gives you actually quite a lot of gold. So we are only 30 seconds, 20 seconds before we move out. That's actually quite good. We are 2 people to do this. Hopefully we will get more people. Because as 2 people, I'm not sure if we can do that easily. But yeah. Started a new map exploration in a few days as well. Have to say some parts are nice to do again, but some parts I'd rather skip. Yeah, I'm with you there. I think yesterday I did my most annoying heart that I ever did was the stealth heart. You know, in the Ascalon map where you have to sneak behind some Ash Legion soldiers. This is really annoying. but I made it, so now I'm done. I just need a few more quests and then I'm good. Let me hydrate for a second. But yeah, some hearts are really fun, some hearts are quite annoying. That's just the nature of it. It's quite, I think I would instantly purchase something that I unlock account-wide, the feature to have all the hearts. If I did a heart once, I will have it for all the characters. That would be so good. But yeah, now it's not existing, so we have to do the quests on every single playthrough. That's just how it goes, sadly. Yeah. What should I do with piles of bloodstone dust? Either you trash it, because it's like you get it all the time. You can put it into bloodstone bricks, so refine it with an obsidian shard. Or you can use a gobbler, like Mordry, like some other gobblers that, so to say, eat it up and you get some loot out of it. But other than that, it's really not that important. There is a vendor in Soto in the Wizard's Tower, where you can also turn in weekly 42 packages of those. But if you get it a lot, you need to use the gobblers. Yeah, that's it. The gobbler is the only way. Yeah. Yeah, I think the stealth heart is the most hated quest in the game. Pretty sure about that, yeah. I did it actually quite fast yesterday. It was like 2 tries and I had it, but it was definitely still quite annoying. There are way better hearts to do, like way better hearts. Yeah, separates the gamers from the casuals, I guess. Yeah, I guess. So there are multiple gobblers that you can use. You can just type into the wiki, you know, if you want to see that. If you want, type /wiki in the chat, in the Guild Wars 2 chat, and then type gobbler. Like this. If you type that and press enter, it will actually open your browser and will open the wiki where it shows all the gobblers that you can get and how to get them and what it actually gobbles away. And some of them gobble away the bloodstone dust. And if you want to go to the vendor in the Wizard's Tower, then you can also go type /wiki, and this guy is called Garleadclaw. Then you can type this in the chat and you will find how to talk to this guy, how to unlock him and stuff to get all the good stuff that he might sell or might like take from you and give you something back, like some random chunk that you can then sell. So those 2 tips are the best ones. Yeah. Just wanted to showcase this here as well. Can you explain or show how there are infusions or give examples which include like a skin, like character is illuminating or so? So I can show 2 things. So first of all, if you see here, my character has an infusion equipped, +7 agony infusion. It just provides the agony stat. It doesn't provide any other stats than that. But there are, on top of that, infusions that are, like for example, the ghostly infusion. They give you +9 agony resistance and +5 concentration. So they give you some stats on top of that. Yeah. And those are obviously really good if you want to min-max in fractals or play only PvE. But as soon as you play competitive modes, in especially PvE, World vs. World rather, there you can get some very cheap, just for some low-res and some badges of honor, you can get some infusions that actually give you the stats as well, +5 power, but don't give you the agony resistance. They give you on top of that some kind of like damage or damage reduction from guards, so from NPCs in the mists, which is only useful in World vs. World. But if you're only in for the stats, like +5 power, +5 healing power, then you can actually use it there as well in PvE and don't have the agony resistance. So if you don't play fractals with this character, it can be a very cheap way of getting the absolute best stats. I'm not sure if my YouTube page is on the wiki. Probably not yet. Sadly, would be really cool. What's your favorite class to play in PvE? Yes, right now it's Mesmer, but it switches around all the time. If I would have to play a single class all the time, I would probably quit the game. For me, it's like all the time multi-classing. That's what I do. I play all the classes and I like to play a lot of different builds all the time because that's the most exciting thing for me. So I would not like to stay on a single build all the time. Yeah, you can also craft some sky scale food, but it's obviously also not the most like consuming stuff, and it also doesn't sell that fast. But yeah, you can do that as well. Good tip. Yeah, Just want to thank you for the amazing content. That's good to hear. Nice. I will keep up the work. Glad you enjoy it. Yeah. If you like PvP, the infusion don't appear in PvP, right? Yes, PvP is like really weird because you don't see the infusions, especially if you have this setting on. Where is it? In competitive, and here standard animal models, standard friendly models. You will never see infusions and stuff. But for me personally, I think like infusions in PvP is a weird feature, and they might look at it at some point that you can't really see infusions at all in PvP, and it only works in PvE because you have different gear there. I don't know, it's really weird. PvP is weird, but world versus world and PvE, it's perfectly fine, and you see the infusions there all the time. At least if you have them equipped. Yeah. Nice. That's good. That's good. I liked it, Leopard. Are you planning on raiding on this account? Yes, I will do some raids on this account as well. Raids are a really good way of getting gold, at least in the beginning. Some gold, while also getting ascended gear. That's what I'm after all on this account as well. I'm not necessarily trying to raid right now. Maybe if I find a group that has no restrictions and I can join, because obviously on this account I have no kill proof. But raiding is a very good way nowadays to get ascended gear, even for a new player, because the early raids are actually quite easy to play. Like surprisingly easy, because power creep has actually made them quite easy. Even though we don't have any gear progression, we still have power creep in the game, and it made the earlier fights like Veil Guardian way easier than when it came out. So I will definitely try to get into raiding on this account as well. Maybe not today in this stream, but if you stay tuned, I will do it at some point for sure. It's just very important, of course, to showcase a lot of different ways to acquire ascended gear, because for a new player, there might be some things that they don't want to do, that they are not able to do, and whatever. I will showcase multiple ways of getting ascended gear, getting your legendary multiple ways, so that it's actually in the end somewhat easy for everyone to get this what they want. Because in Guild Wars 2, most of the stuff is acquirable through multiple ways, and then I want to showcase what kind of way I would recommend for this player, what kind of way I would recommend for this type of player. This is the whole goal of this Zero to Hero journey. What are the least played classes in Guild Wars 2? If you talk specifically about classes, the least played classes is Revenant, Thief, and Engineer. Revenant is a very simple explanation why this is the case. Revenant is just the newest class. A lot of players stick to the class that they mained in the beginning. So they don't want to switch to another character after 4 years of the game is out. Yeah. So they did not switch. That's why Revenant is so low. Thief is so low because it is not as flexible in PvE, and it's very limited what it does, except Spectre. Spectre is the only quite flexible spec. All the other of these specs are quite like inflexible. And Engineer is quite low because people don't. They started playing it with Mechanist. Before that, Engineer was some kind of like the spec where people said, okay, I play the spec if I want to be a tryhard and be really good at the game and want to play something that is challenging. But with Mechanist, it became very easy as well, and then people started playing it as well. But before that, Engineer was also quite uncommon. But definitely Thief and Revenant are the lowest played classes. There are still a lot of people play it, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying this is just the efficiency value that we know here. Yeah, I think it's really good if I can showcase how to get into raids, for sure, for sure. No, it's just the drops, likely. If there are drops happening, a lot of people join the streams. So I'm happy to get that many viewers. Hope you're enjoying the stream as well, but a lot of people are here for the drops that are currently happening. That's the main thing. There we go. Yeah, and Revenant is not in the core game. Good point as well. It's not, so to say, people can't start with Revenant, so you would probably not be able to use it if you don't, or you don't want to swap your character after leveling to level 80 and getting the expansion then. So yeah, sure, that's a good program. Yeah, it's true. Fractals and strike missions are not necessarily strike missions, but I would say fractals have less mechanics typically than raids or strike missions. That is true. That doesn't mean it's harder to get into them. That is what I really want to make clear here. Guild Wars 2 raids, especially the easier ones, have more mechanics maybe, but you can ignore a lot of them. You can counteract a lot of them if you know what they're doing. So it's, in my opinion, not too hard to get into raids, even if they have more mechanics than fractals, for example. What's the best easy rotation class for PvE in Fractals? Mechanist, I would say. Mechanist has 2 very low intensity builds that are really, really strong. When you check out the Guild Wars 2 census in the last month, Engineers #3 most played, the bottom are Revenant, Warrior and Thief. Yeah, exactly, that's what I meant. Back in the old days, Engineer was really uncommon, but nowadays, with Mechanist being there, Amalgam coming out, Scrapper is really fun, people like to play Engineer a lot. That's why it's in the high rates, but you're right, of course, now it's very high. That I want to make that clear. But yeah, Warrior is very low, even though it's a class that typically a lot of people like. In Guild Wars 2, Warrior is just in a weird spot. It's quite similar to Thief. It has a niche, and this is the only niche that it can fill. It doesn't provide like a lot of flexibility like Mesmer does, like Guardian does. So Warrior in PvE is like in a weird spot. But you're right. Currently, Warrior is definitely lower, like way lower played in PvE than Engineer. Way lower. Just all time, Engineer was lower. Yeah. Is Tier 4 Fractals the same difficulty complexity as a Raids, or is it more like Tier 4 CM's difficulty similar to Raids? Raids don't have a unique difficulty. That's the weird part. Some Raids are very easy, like Mossad Overseer, it's really easy. But then you have raids like Doom that are inherently a little bit harder. So some raids are way harder than, well, somewhat harder than challenge modes and Fractals, but some raids are way easier than challenge modes and Fractals. So I would say they are somewhat similar in difficulty, somewhat, depending on which kind of boss you are talking about. So it's very hard to say that, yeah. PvP, yeah, Warrior in PvP might be niche as well, but to be honest, PvP has such a strict meta a lot of the times that a lot of classes are somewhat niche, you know? That's the thing. So you can still make it work though in rank, don't worry. Yeah, Revenant is in a good spot, generally. I think in PvE it needs a little bit of help, but in competitive modes and stuff, it's actually a really good class. In general, it's actually, I would say, quite a good class. I originally tried Engineer when the game released, but slowly got bored of the core playstyle and switched to Ranger, coming back to the game. I'm so sad that Ranger is my main character, so I've geared my Engineer and having a blast with the specs. Perfect, you know, now you can play the class that you always wanted to play. Yeah, that's good, that's good. Yeah, I think it's really hard to decide which class you actually want to play in the beginning of the game. I started with Ranger, and I nowadays don't play Ranger that much anymore. So it's like, it's really depending on what kind of class fantasy you like, and then if Guild Wars 2 actually fulfills this class fantasy, and then if not, you might switch up and play a completely different class. So it's just natural that you swap around. I really think so. Yeah, support spell tracker is really good. It's really, really good. So I think the Warrior mains really underestimate how good support is right now as a Warrior. If you play it as a side node or something, it's not bad, but as a support, it's insane. I carried like just last week or something on my main account in Platinum, I won a 4 versus 5 match because I was on Spellbreaker support. I'm not joking, the whole match was 4 versus 5, we won that. So Spellbreaker is really, really good right now. Yeah. I'm looking for a class that I can have a support build and a DPS build to be able to play DPS and support in World vs. World. You don't want it to be overplayed. That now it gets actually quite hard for me to find a class like that. Okay, support build and a DPS build that is not overplayed. I mean, I would have said Chronomancer, but it's quite overplayed, so maybe not this one. Maybe Harbinger. Harbinger, not a lot of people play heal Harbinger, even though it's quite good. But DPS Harbinger is really good. I think Harbinger might be your choice then. Harbinger is a really, really good class, really fun, really fast-paced. Is actually working as a support in World vs. World and as a DPS build. I guess you could try it, yeah. Do you feel like the Celestial Healers, like Firebrand, Spectre, Scourge, are viable in Tier 4 Fractals? Yes, very much so. Like, especially there, they are really viable. Yeah, especially there. Warrior has stability, yes, with the banner. The banner, how is it called? Banner of... Not defense, banner of tactics, I think. That one gives stability. Yes. And super speed. It's really good. What's a good class spec for players with high ping? Yeah, I wouldn't play Thief. I wouldn't play Mesmer. Those are like not good because they have a lot of instant cast. I would say maybe Guardian, maybe Necromancer. Those actually have a decent time with higher ping. But I would say the only ones that I would not choose is Mesmer and Thief, because they really get punished from not having instant cast activated instantly. Makes sense. So that's definitely something that I would recommend. Not playing those two, but the others, not too important. I would say Guardian and Necromancer would be my top choices there, but depends a bit on your favorite style. Yeah. Reaper for hyping, that is true. Reaper is really forgiving in that regard. I don't have the mastery points, no. So now we get to a point, I want to mention it here as well. So I'm fully leveled with my mastery here, yeah? I can't level this further, so I need a mastery point to unlock this. If I would now have all of this already at the maximum level, I would have the level here at maximum and I would not, so to say, get any more experience. This is not true. In the game itself, you will get spirit shards. Whenever you level up, you get spirit shards. If you level your mastery currently, you will not get this. And if you use the spirit, or if you have a mastery kept, you will think, oh my god, I will miss out on the spirit shards that I can't get in this region because I did not level the mastery yet and I don't get the spirit shards. That is not true. In the background, you actually get this still. So if you play and you acquire experience, even though the mastery path here is full, you will still get spirit shards in the background. That is the weird thing, and it is true, and it happens. So keep that in mind. I'm playing on an A from Australia and have been mainly Reaper for years, but I'm so bored of it. Yeah, if you don't like Reaper anymore, I guess you could play... I guess Scrapper is a good replacement because it's also power-based if you want to. You have a really good, like, how can I say, really easy time surviving because you have so much barrier. I think Scrapper might be a good replacement if you like that. Yeah, I'm always happy to tell you some new stuff that you didn't know. This is really important. I think this is especially if you don't have the masteries all leveled. That can be really annoying if you don't have all the mastery points. So that's why I wanted to share this. Yeah. Why is Steve the most unloved child of ANET? That is just a very good question. I'm not sure why this is the case, to be honest, because Thief is a very cool idea, really cool spec. People like the idea of it, but it looks like ArenaNet doesn't really want to give it a crazy different identity than the Assassin playstyle. So I guess that's fine for people that like Assassins in the... Oh my god, the tank is almost dead. Oh my god, we might wipe here, actually. That's actually crazy. We might wipe here. Let's put this here. Nice. Someone healed it in the last second. Oh my god. That was like intense. If the tank dies, we will lose. You know, that's the part where you have to be really careful. But yeah, maybe more flexibility for Thief would be like all we need. But I'm not sure if ANET really does that, or at some point maybe Antiquary, maybe Deadeye, whatever. They should just give a little bit more flexibility for the class and people would like play it more often. Or make this really, really overpowered in damage as well. Like single target damage is already king, so make it a little bit better there and people would play it even more, I guess. I don't know. It's hard to say. Balancing is quite hard to manage, I would say. There are always people upset. There are always people that are getting really happy if you buff something. It's really hard. Really hard. I revamped my question. I'm looking for a class that I can build a healer build and a DPS build with it that it can apply in PvE and World vs. World in PvP. Then I would say Firebrand probably. Firebrand is, you can play Minstrel Firebrand in PvE as well as in World vs. World as the healer. And you can play DPS Firebrand with Celestial or something like that, or full Condi DPS build in PvE, while also playing it in World vs. World as a Zerg DPS or Zerg support as a Celestial build. That works actually as well. But the problem is it's really hard to find a perfect class that fits in multiple game modes. I have a series on my YouTube channel where you can check that out, which classes actually I have for every single class, one build that you can play in all game modes. But it's quite hard to come up with something like that. So be sure to check out this series on YouTube if you want to see all the different classes there. But yeah. How to get into CM fractals? I don't have much unstable fractal essences. Yeah, it's really horrible to get in there. You have to form your own group and hope that you get people that you are willing to like get it done with, because you can't get for those high levels. It's really not possible. It's quite sad, but what can you do? You know, what can you do? They're asking for KP. I don't have that much KP, sadly, on this account. I don't have the profit charts, sadly, as well on this account. That's a little bit sad. Let's clear up the inventory a bit. And very good. I will catch up and check in a second. Oh, not salvage the rare stuff. Okay. While playing Alacrity Heal Mech, do you require a specific gear or Celestial is fine? Celestial is fine, Harrier is better or Minstrel, but you can still use Celestial. Celestial is still fine, yeah. It's not bad choice for Mech, not bad. But yeah, creating your own groups and be patient. Yeah, like, or doing training runs with me maybe on like Discord server or something. We do that sometimes, but it's really hard to get the first few kill proof. It really is, it really is. Yeah, Firebrand is quite challenging in PvP, and that is true. It's not the best. It's not the worst either. Yeah, Necromancer Scourge is probably the best choice. You can play a full Minstrel Scourge in World vs. World, you can play it in PvE, and you can play a DPS Scourge in PvE very well. So that is probably the best choice, yeah. Been playing for months, still can't pick a main. Can you help me decide between Warrior and Thief? I prefer PvP, but will do both PvE and PvP, like roaming and dueling. It's hard. Both of them are actually quite good at roaming, specifically. I would say Thief is better at roaming a little bit, but Spellbreaker is in fair duels is sometimes better. Yeah, I would say because of PvE, Thief is right now in a better spot right now because Spectre exists, but it's really close. It's really close. And with the next expansion coming up, I think Paragon will be really good. So I would say Warrior pulls ahead because of that with the next expansion, but we will see. We will see. Sorry, I can't give you more answer there. Does Guardian have a power build? Yes, a lot. You can play Power Dragon Hunter, Power Willbender. Those two are really, really strong. Even Power Core Guardian can be played. Yeah. No, I don't want to link my main account because that is not realistic. You know, a new player would not have that, so they would not get into this group. I don't want to make join a group that a new player would not be able to join. That's not legal, so to say, on this challenge here. Thanks to Kati. Thanks a lot for the Prime. Really appreciate it. Okay, I guess let's do some more map exploration while we wait for some more strike missions coming up. This one. We just need Fields of Ruin completed. Very good. I've decided to go for a full set of Arena Legendaries. Do you think it's possible to craft one every month? Yes, I think so, yeah. If so, how would you approach that? I would try to get as much of, how is it called, the favor of the specific, what is it called? You know, the Imperial favor, that's the name. I would get as much as that as possible because it gives you, it's the most grinding thing that you need to get done. And then you need to do the map exploration, and then while doing that, always farm gold. Wherever you get your gold from, it's a lot of gold that you have to invest into those. So you would just do fractals if you do that daily, stuff like that. And then you should be good, in my opinion, to get one per month. But it's a challenge. It's a challenge. You need to put a lot of effort in. Yeah, Power Dragon Hunter is really good. Yeah, it's a really good build. A lot of Dragon Hunter or Guardian mains really like this build. Power Dragon Hunter, Longbow, Greatsword, or Greatsword Spear. There are a lot of options there. Yeah. Yeah. Glad you enjoyed the challenge. Yeah. I think it just makes sense to make it fair because I don't want to be the guy that just makes a new account and then use the same like value that I get on my main account. That's just not realistic. Yeah. What's the first thing I should do after reaching level 80? So the first thing is like choosing your mastery, like auto loot mastery, to unlock that. And after that, I would say the best thing to get is going for ascended gear. This is what I would do. Yeah. Yeah, people are quite toxic about Thief and how it was developed over time. That it was, people are like, especially with Antiquary, not very happy. So a lot of people are quite toxic about Thief at the moment, even though it is actually not a bad class at all. It's just a lot of Thief mains are quite sad how Antiquary will be, but they actually don't even know how it will look in the end. So I think don't decide yet. I think play Warrior for now and switch to Thief if it actually turns out that you like it more. Yeah. I think a lot of people that played Thief were like really offended by Antiquary, how bad it looked, and were really toxic in the forums towards the arena developers, that they don't know what they are doing and that they're just doing goofy stuff for Thief all years. So I think they were just really annoyed at why it turned out to be. But I think Antiquary actually looks I know it looks a little bit goofy, but I personally think the gameplay of it is actually not bad. It could be better, but it's not bad. So I'm not a Thief main, obviously, otherwise I would play Thief here all the time. But I would say personally, I think Antiquary could be actually quite a big surprise when the expansion launches for a lot of people. No, I'm not saying that people are toxic because they don't like the class design. I'm saying a lot of people were toxic because they didn't like the class design. That's a difference. They didn't like the class design and they offended the arena developers in the forums. So if you look at the Antiquary feedback, a lot of people said this is a goofy class, it feels horrible. Why did you come up with that shit and stuff like that? I'm not like saying all the stuff that they mentioned here, but a lot of people were really toxic. I'm not saying this is what if you're not happy about a class, you can raise this opinion, of course. But if you are mean to the developers, that is not something that I think is like healthy. That's what I meant. Can Mesmer heal PvE like Druid? Yes. Chronomancer is extremely strong as a healer. Very, very strong. You play Chronomancer with a rival and you're a really, really good healer then. Yeah. I think the best new specialization that will come out with the expansion for now, just from the power level, will probably be Amalgam. But that might change. I think they make some balance adjustments on top of that, so I'm not completely convinced which one will be the best. I'm looking forward to Evoker though. Yeah, to theory craft with some Evoker, and that will be interesting. Can I add 2 infusion slots for a total of 3 to my Ascended Ring, or only certain ones? No, every single ring can have 1 slot baseline. If you attune it, you get another one, and if you infuse it, you get even 1 more. So the maximum for rings is 3. That's the maximum for rings. Amulet doesn't have any. Trinkets have 1, and baseline, and then the back piece can also have multiple. So the rings are the most important ones, for sure. Rings are giving you 6 slots in total. So always get the rings first and attune them, infuse them to get more stats there. Yeah. Antiquary is my most hyped feature. Finally a Thief spec, not fulfilling the Thief is only another name for assassin. Yeah, I think that is cool. I think that's why they designed the class like that. I think Antiquary is very polarizing because it has people that like the Thief assassin playstyle being completely like unhinged and say this is not for me. But people that don't like the specific assassin playstyle but have a little bit of a different take on Thief, those people actually like Antiquary. So that's why they decided to go for something that is that different. And I think that's good. Because if you look at Daredevil, they are very close to core Thief, like very close. And making something that is a little bit far off will not catch everyone, but that's not their goal. Their goal is not to catch everyone by having something that is just the same color as normal, just a little bit different of feeling. No, they want to make something that is completely different so that people that never played Thief before say, yes, this is what I want to play now. Like, this is the good stuff. So this is the whole idea. And I think they succeeded with that. Even though people were not liking Antiquary, a lot of Thief mains, I think in general, it's a good thing. I think, for example, Paragon is on the other side of that. It looks very close to normal Warrior. Does it mean, or Luminary, for example, does it mean it's a bad spec? No, not at all. I'm just saying it's a different approach, and both of them can work totally fine. How do raiders handle agony infusions? 2 separate sets of gear? You would just use the same gear. Like if you raid, you would use the same gear that you use in Fractals. The agony infusions are not, so to say, taking too much from your value. You can either go for full just agony infusions, or you can get the stats infusions there as well. And then you get even more gold, or more value from that. Yeah, Scritmancer, exactly. you have a point, but yeah, I think both opinions are completely fair. I think it's just the only important part that I see here is that if you main a class and you're not happy with it because the elite spec is not what you hoped it would be, then it's not necessarily the fault of the devs. Yeah, that's just how the game works. You know, for one, I mentioned it yesterday as well. I think Guild Wars 2 would have been really, really well if they would have decided to go for making PvP more competitive, like focusing a lot of their attention to PvP. I'm not toxic towards the dev now, even though I did not agree with their opinion to change that and say PvP is a niche game mode. I am not toxic towards them. I accept the decision and play the game for what it is. And I think you should do the same. If you are Thief main and don't like the Antiquary class, try it. Maybe you will change your opinion. If not, then you will just say, okay, then I will accept it for this. Either not play the game anymore or swap to a different elite spec, Thief class, whatever. And I think in the long run, you will still be able to enjoy the game. You just have to not be toxic towards the devs because that's not your right to be, in my opinion. Being toxic to other human beings is, I think, never the correct thing to do. Yeah. I have power DPS and a Condi DPS build for Fractals and Raids. Both builds have 150 Agon resistance. Perfect. Yeah, that's good. That's what you need. You don't need more than that. Let's talk to all those char all the time. Took me a while to learn that you can craft 2 conflocks instead of doing the legendary ring. Yeah, that is true. You can actually play a lot of world versus world and get them this way. Yeah, that's true. What's the name of the add-on you're using for the map completion? It's called Blishot. You can type !mouse in the chat because it's also the mouse cursor change here. And then you will see a setup guide for this one. Exactly. It's opinion. It's an opinion. Like they said, it's like really a different taste. You can't really say this is a wrong opinion. It's just an opinion, you know. Some people like it, some people don't like the class. It's just how it is, yeah. Exactly, you can give that feedback without being toxic. And that's what we need. We need people that give constructive feedback to the devs. That's why I try to be very constructive in my videos where I analyze each of the new elite specs, how good they are, how they feel bad or not like that good. So I try to be constructive without saying this is shit and not mentioning why I feel like that is like that. So this is the whole idea. Any devs are some of the best devs out there. Yeah, I think Guild Wars 2 devs are actually very, very knowledgeable about the game. Yes, you might be right. There are some decisions that are not that good, but that always happens. They are, after all, just human. But if you look at them, like, look at the balanced devs like CMC, Trick, Roy, they all played the game in a competitive way and wanted to be one of the best in their specific niche. Yes. They were actually even competing in ESL back then, so they know a lot about the game. So I think they actually know what they are doing. Yes, they have not been perfect in the past, but of course we are getting somewhere with this balance. I'm way more happy about the current balance than I was like 5 years ago. Not mentioning any names here, but there were some devs that I was not agreeing with the statements there. I'm doing the map completion because I need that for the legendary. You know, I want to craft the legendary in this account, and the fastest way or the cheapest way to get legendary is by crafting it yourself, and for that you need the map completion. I'm quite far already, 85%, so we're getting somewhere. Which new elite specs are you most hyped for? Probably Gale Shot, to be honest. I really think Gale Shot is exactly what I wanted from our Ranger spec, so I'm quite happy to play some Gale Shot. Yeah, I think it's really hard with the problem is a lot of people when they, how can I phrase that? A lot of people that are disagreeing about something are very loud in Reddit, in the forums and stuff. But the people that actually are agreeing with the change, they are quite silent, you know? Not a lot of people say, oh, this is a really good spec, at least in the forums. Most people go to the forums and complain about something, even though that might not be the majority. And that's why I think Reddit and all that stuff, I'm not sure if that's the smartest way to actually use for feedback. But in the forums, I'm not sure. But at some point, they have to get some feedback, and not only in the game itself. So it's hard. It's hard to make the perfect choice there again as well. It's an S. The letter of the dev that I was not happy with, it's an S. I'm doing World vs. World in Fractals, but not done strike missions and dungeons. How do I get into these? I also find it a lot of hard to find a Discord community or guild. Is there a place that I can look? So you can look, there is a special Reddit where you can find guilds. You can also look at Just Ask in map chat. And other than that, you can also, for example, join our Discord community if you have some specific questions, and we are always happy to help there as well. There are a lot of ways to get into that. You can also go to the LFG. There is a guild advertisement chat. There are obviously some people always recruiting here and looking for people. So there is a lot of like ways to get stuff done in the game as well. Just find something that you enjoy. Yeah. Find something like-minded people, and you will probably find like a good community there as well. Guild Wars 2 has a great community in my opinion. Just have to be a little bit open, and you will find it at some point, and be patient. The small minority of toxic folks are often louder than the people who are silently agree. Exactly, and that's a big problem, not only in gaming but also in the real world. That's just how it works. Yeah, a lot of times the silent minority is, or the silent majority is not really changing stuff. That's the problem, or making it like it is. Snowcrows, exactly. Snowcrows is a good thing to get some guild stuff, or if you want to get into raids specifically, you can also go to RTI or the Crossroads Inn. They have really good, yeah, access or new player friendliness for getting into raids and stuff. So can recommend this as well. Best warrior solo spec is Berserker in my opinion, but Bladezone is actually quite close. Yeah, I would say Berserker, Condi Berserker is the best for me personally, but I think Bladezone is actually quite close. It's really good as well. After the Mistburn Relic release, that's really good. In my opinion, the whole trade system was a problem for balance because PvP builds were created based on random synergies that people found instead of the devs planning it out. Yeah, I mean, over the course of time, they changed a lot of how the game played out. It's really hard to make this perfectly fine. But in my opinion, nowadays, the balance is way better than it started the game, for sure. How far are you with the map completion in percent? I'm at 85%. 85%. Which is why you enjoy something, you should talk about it. Nerding about it is awesome and should be more encouraged. That is true. It's so true. Like in every single scenario. And that's why I make so many YouTube videos, because I like to talk about the game, like to give you my knowledge and maybe even explore something on the way and learn something new as well. It's really important. You probably noticed this during my stream. I like to talk about the game. I like to talk to you, explain stuff, and maybe discover some new stuff. It's just what I enjoy doing. Yeah. Let's maybe find an ice side. Oh no. I think I might be back, guys. Do you hear me again? I think I might be back. Yes, okay, so I'm back. I don't know what happened. Sorry, guys. I don't know. German connection, you know? What can I say? You know? What can I say? It's the German connection. That's what I was telling you earlier, you know? I might have a good ping when the connection is up, but at some point, randomly, the internet connection of my house, my city, whatever, just decides to say, nah, not right now. And I just like, okay, not working right now. Sorry. Yeah, the developer got me. I guess I'm back. I'm happy. You know, at least I'm back now, because I had that a while ago that it was just like crashing and it was not coming back for the next half an hour. Just okay, good. I couldn't fix that. It's just not from my side. It was just the provider saying no, not right now. So I'm happy that it works now. That's good enough. Yeah. Connection hiccups, exactly. Yeah. Too much. Or they are DDoSing me, yeah. Something like that could happen as well. Probably not, though. I'm not too important to be DDoSed. I'm just a random streamer and talking about the game, nerding out too much. That's more like it. Don't worry, don't worry. I'm back. You can continue getting your drops and hopefully the gem giveaway as well at some point when we are done with this map, I guess. As someone who lives in Asia, being in constant 300 milliseconds and having weird ASP that just has a strokes, it's pretty rough. I feel you. I feel you. That sounds very bad. Yeah, but I'm like happy for every minute that I can play the game without any hiccups and stream it and stuff. So I definitely know what I'm talking about, because when I was younger, I had a really big problem with playing the game because the connection was horrible. Like if my family or something used internet, I could not play the game at all. The lags were too big. So I'm really happy now to be like in a situation where I can use the game and stream at the same time without having hopefully that many difficulties with the connection. So I'm good now. I'm good now. And I hope it stays now without breaking down again. Would not be good. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, currently the drops are happening, of course, so a lot of people are AFKing in the chat and stuff. That's just normal, that's drops happening. But of course, if you enjoy the stream, be sure to check out the stream whenever I'm up and not necessarily only when drops happening, because I always try to be helpful and entertaining and stuff. But yeah, that's just the nature of my stream, I would say. Exactly, Snowdrop. That's it. No, it's not bad overall. You're right, of course. It's not bad overall. It's just sometimes you are unlucky. You know, sometimes the provider is not good. Sometimes the region that you are in is not very well done. It's just you just have to live with what you have. That's the part. Yeah. Okay. So we are slowly getting somewhere here with the 80% of this map. Very good, very good. I didn't even know there was a giveaway or drops. Just saw live on YouTube and clicked right away. That's very good. That's what we want, yeah. So currently, if you don't know, there is a giveaway going on for gems on my Twitch stream, because currently there are also Twitch drops happening. So if you want to take place in this, just join the Twitch chat. And if you want to enter the giveaway, !enter. And you have to be a Twitch follower to win. Subscribers get 5 times the luck. We will show the giveaway winner in like 10 minutes or something. 400 gems, sponsored by ANET. So thanks for that. And more to come over the next few days. So don't worry. Okay. 85%. And after this map, there is only one more map where I have to do hearts. And after that, it will go quite fast, I would say, because I only have to do the ore maps, which obviously don't have any hearts, which is quite nice, at least for me, as someone that doesn't enjoy doing hearts. So that should be a decent way of getting it quite fast, yeah. Quite fast. Do you have any info on how to craft the legendary gloves after you get the free one? So as far as I know, I don't have like done it myself, but I have some information there. I would say it is quite easy because you don't have to craft them. It's just you go to a vendor where you can turn in some currency to get them. The currency required for that is what you need to do to get this done is most of the time quick play again. Like the gloves are completely bound to quick play, so you need a lot of gold or some gold to get the second and the third glove, legendary gloves from this event. And you need to play more quick play. So you will not be done after 500 quick play, but you have to do 100 quick plays or something like that. You have to do even more than that for the next pair of gloves as well. So it's like just another round of quick play grind, which is, in my opinion, completely fair, because that's why you want to get the gloves anyway. You know, you want to have some new event, you have some new skin, then I guess let's grind the new event as well. That's how it works, yeah. Do we need dungeon quick play and legendary item? Yes, we need that. We need that for sure. I think like dungeon quick play would be amazing. And to be honest, just like improve the quick play in a way that you have even role selection in there. That would be really cool, at least in my opinion. I know it's way harder than the normal quick play that we currently have. But why not, you know? Why not? It would improve the game in my opinion in the long run for sure. At least for me, and hopefully for a lot of viewers as well. And players, yeah. That's my hope there. I wish we could level characters through quick play. That would be really cool. That would be so cool if you had this leveling experience with other players just by playing stuff that you would do anyway. Yeah, I would like that. That's a cool idea. At least for new players that want to try out different classes, I think that would be really cool. Do you think they should introduce an alternative to map completion? I don't know. I think, to be honest, map completion, I don't like it to do it that often. But I think it's actually a good way to make the old maps feel still alive. Because even the veterans go back and do the map completion. Because it obviously is required or makes the legendary cheaper. So I think that revives old content and core maps that you would never go back to any other way. So I think, to be honest, because of that, I think they should not change how it works. Even though I'm not like the biggest fan of doing the map completion for 10 hours. But I don't know. I think it's worthwhile to revive the old maps. And they are actually quite fun. Like there are some things like the stealth heart that is not fun. But there are so many things in there that are actually quite fun to do. I don't know. I think there are way worse things than the map completion. Yeah. Yeah, dungeon quick plays would be amazing. I agree. They would be so good. Let me tell you, it's pretty difficult to join instance PvE content as a new player. The quick play for Fractal at least helped a lot. Yeah, and it would be so good if you had more like that. That would be so good if you could go into strike missions, into raids, dungeons, all that stuff just by playing quick play. That would be really good. Of course, that's like a long way away, but why not? You know, why not? I'm still seeing why this could be worthwhile and very, very important. Important for new player to run into veterans and open world core maps, I think. Yeah, I think so too. You know, there's always, if you need some help doing something and you encounter a veteran, maybe they invite you to your guild, maybe you play more with them. I think that's the interaction between veterans and new players is always very important, not only in maps, but also in instances and stuff. So I think features like the map exploration forcing you to come back, but also the quick play is really, really good. Those are really, really good features. I think for T4 it will be a lot of chaos, and especially CMs and stuff where you need to have specific roles. I think there might be a lot of chaos. That is true. That is true. Yeah, the gift of battle is definitely, the gift of exploration is not for everyone. I can see that, but I think it makes sense. They want to push you into different modes, push you to stuff that you normally don't do. I think it makes sense, even though not all the people would agree with them. As someone who has recently hit level 80 the first time and is now going through Heart of Thorns with my first builds, what are some things that I can do or take a break from the story? I would do a lot of meta events if I were you. Heart of Thorns is a really cool designed area of the game, and they have really cool meta events in there. They also give really good gold. So just explore the maps, have some fun. Don't do the story necessarily as fast as you need to, because it doesn't really matter. You can do it as slow as you want to, as fast as you want to, do it at your own pace, and you will probably have a better time than just grinding it like 24/7. And the maps are really cool, and you can get really nice rewards. And maybe just try out different classes with the new elite specs that you unlocked. It's quite nice, I would say, just because of that. Okay, we need 3 more hearts on this map. There's one. It's the wasp one, I think. Yeah. I think they had just put a delay on requeuing again with abandoning a quick play. Yes, they did fix something like that in the last balance fix or something like last night. They changed something with that regard, yeah. I wish they added the lantern system to old maps. That would be so good. Yeah, that would maybe be a lot of work for them, but I think that would be so good. Like the lantern system to not force you to have a different character. Oh yeah, that would be good. I would be up with that. Even though I have 70 characters, I think that would make it more interesting to me to explore the old maps again. What are your funnest classes for you and why? I like to have classes that are very fast-paced, that have a lot of instant casts or very fast attacks. I don't like classes that have a very long cast time and animation or even lock you in place. I don't like that. I want to have something that is fast-paced and interactive. So that's why I like Mesmer. I like some kind of Weaver, Catalyst builds that have a lot of skills. They have fast-paced and stuff like that. I like, for example, Harbinger, stuff like that. But it's really like, to be honest, at this point, I like almost any class and any build because Guild Wars 2 does a really, really good job in making this stuff very interesting. Like for me, as someone that enjoys specific like build crafting and fast-paced classes, most classes actually have that. There is not a single class where I would say they are always slow, always boring. In Guild Wars 2, most classes actually are now very fast-paced and fun. It's actually crazy. It really is. There we go. And we need 2 more. There's one. The lantern system. So in the maps in in End of Dragons and in Soto, you have, if you completed, like let's say Skywatch Archipelago, you completed on this character, and you want to get another gift of this map to craft another legendary. Then you can go to this map and just light some lanterns, press F on them and go across the whole map and do that for, I think, like 50 or something lanterns, and you will get the gift of this specific map again. And you can complete that infinitely. This is really cool because that means that you don't have to create a new character and explore the map, because for the core game, you have to do that. If you want to get another gift of exploration after the second one, you need to get the third one and a new character. That's just how it goes, which is obviously not what new players necessarily want. So that's really cool that they have that in other games. Combat looks hella fun of Aeon 2. Yeah, I will try it out. I will try it out for sure. Likely, yeah. That's why I didn't like Necro. Casting feels slow. I hope Mesmer would change it. Yeah, Mesmer is really fast-paced, I would say. I can definitely say that Necromancer nowadays has more fast-paced classes as well in there. But definitely, I would say Mesmer is more fast-paced than Necro is. That is like almost everyone would agree with that. I'm a new player and progressing well in game. I'm able to do strike mission for Ice Blue Saga and tier 4 fractals. Now I want to focus on legendary armor. Could you please suggest which one would be easier for me to grind? PvP world versus world? So they all require almost the same amount of gold, like almost exactly the same amount of gold. So I would say you should go for the one that you actually enjoy to play in the game mode. So if you really hate PvPing, then you obviously don't want to go for PvP. But if you don't mind which kind of game mode you're playing and just want to go for any legendary armor, then I would say the fastest way, to getting them is combining them, like doing one world versus world one PvP one, doing 2 open world one, doing 1 raid one. And then you can get that way faster because they all have distinct time gates. They don't have the same time gates, so that you can get them faster. But of course, this only works if you play all the game modes. But yeah, this is what I would recommend. But like I said, it's always a grind. Each of them takes a while. The easiest, in my opinion, if you don't want to engage with any hard stuff in the game without any difficulty, is probably the open world legendary armor. But it's also the most grindy one. So if you're not into grinding, then that's definitely something that might be a bit annoying to you. But I personally think that's probably the easiest one to do. Yeah. Yeah, Guild Wars 2 community I think is very helpful and very like new player friendly. I think that's a really big plus of the community. Yes, there might be some bad apples, but I think the community as a whole is actually quite nice. And I think we don't have like the biggest content creation scene, which is quite sad. But the few people that create content, they are very good at it. Like very like nerdy, very happy and friendly and stuff. Like the big streamers on Guild Wars 2 as well, they are really nice and really always welcoming. And I think Guild Wars 2 community is a really good place. So if you have any questions, just ask here in chat, in map chat, wherever you are in Guild, in Discord. There is always a nice person that will help you out as a new player. If you try to make a lot of leches, 100% take advantage of all the rush events. That's a very good point. Like rush is so good. Like doing the rush events is insane because they will give you so much more for your time that you play. It's really, really good. Yeah, good point, good point. Doing convergences like grinding for legendary armor is very lucrative. Exactly. Like convergences give you a lot of essences while also giving you a lot of gold. So convergences are just a very, very worthwhile thing to do as well. Good point, good point. And even PvP dedicated YouTubers are very friendly. Yeah, that is true. Even if you're, because PvP, you always think, oh, PvP, you know, those players are very toxic. You know, they want to be like the best and they don't care if someone new joins the game. No, that's not true. Guild Wars 2 is actually very new player friendly, especially or even in PvP. You know, there's not that many PvPers around, but a lot of them are actually quite nice. If you ask them what kind of build they're running, they will send you the build. And they will tell you how it works even. So that is really cool, you know. I think that's something that you really don't see that often in competitive games. So I liked it, yeah. Glad you enjoy my builds, glad you enjoy that. Case, it's more coming up, especially with the new expansion, so stay tuned for that. even though I can't find a staff greatsword reaper on your channel yet. Yeah, there are so many builds that I have to do. They are on my to-do list, but it takes a while. I will get there. I will get there at some point, but I can't do all of the builds all at once, you know. And the 0 to hero journey, as you might imagine, is also taking quite a lot of time right now. So yeah, nice, we did it. 86%. Only one map to go. I see, Snowdrop. I see. Should I go for map completion with Raptor Glider only or wait until I get Sky Scale? I would say it's definitely faster if you have the Sky Scale, but it's also not like horribly slow. I would say for me, I actually enjoy it. If I would be a new player, I would probably enjoy it if I would do the map completion with the ways that they actually intended it to be played. Yeah, that sounds like a little bit weird, but you know, Sky Scale is a game-breaking mount, like baseline. And I think the game itself is way more enjoyable in the core maps if you actually play the maps as they are intended to be played. Not necessarily, of course, if you want to be the most efficient, but from the gameplay perspective wise, having like mounts like the Sky Scale, if you, for example, need a Vista, yeah, and the Vista has some kind of small, like hidden puzzle to get there, the Sky Scale completely nullifies that because you just fly up to the Vista and that's it. So I think it's, in my opinion, the Sky Scale can be a very big boon if you like to be efficient, or it can be a really big curse if you actually want to be like exploring the maps for the first time and seeing it, how beautiful they are, what kind of cool ideas and cool, like just general how you use it, how you play the maps are. I really think so. But it heavily depends what kind of playstyle you are going for. Yeah, that's really sad. If you play ranked and you play the first time ranked and you queue up against like boys, that's like, you see how small the community in PvP right now is. It's really sad. Yes, we also have the giveaway actually going. We have to draw the winner. Yeah, let's see. We have let's leave it up for a little bit longer. So if you want to join the giveaway, ! Enter in the Twitch chat. We are giving away 400 gems thanks to ArenaNet. If you are a subscriber, you get it 5 times the luck. And good luck to everyone. And I haven't seen any... Yeah, there is a Reaper build that you can play with Celestial Gear. Yes, that actually exists. It's actually quite good. Yeah, I have it on my YouTube channel. It's a solo build. It's really strong as a Celestial build. Yeah, I can recommend that as well. But it's heavily... The thing is, you have to be more specific what kind of roles you want to fill, because, for example, Celestial Gear as a DPS build, I would never use in groups. Yeah, in groups as a Celestial Gear build, you will always be the healer or the tank even. But if you are in a solo scenario, Celestial can be a really good pick, for example, for Reaper. Reaper has a very good time playing as a Celestial build as well. So I just want to mention that there. But it's a good thing for sure. Yeah, thanks for the applause. Thanks a lot. First getting bonked and then getting some applause. I guess that's deserved. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Especially Tangled Depths is such a great map. I did Tangled Depths for the first time with a Sky Scale and hated the map. I went back and tried to use Sky Scale as little as possible. Now it's one of my favorite maps. Yeah, I think when Tangled Depths came out, a lot of people were crying because it's horrible to explore for the first time. If you don't know what you're doing, you get lost all the time. But I think for me personally, that was a really cool experience. You know, normally a lot of maps are very flat, are really boring. But in this game, Tangled Depths is one of the most unique maps. And I think that's just amazing to have a map like that in the game. I know a lot of people hate this map because it's too like vertical and stuff, but I think it's amazing. And I think we need more maps like that. And that might be a hot take, I know. But for me personally, that's really fun. I liked it a lot. Isn't there Celestial Mirage that can also solo legendaries? Yes. You can run a Celestial Mirage, Celestial... Even Chronomancer is really good with Celestial. Solo builds is always a good time if you play as a Celestial build. But if you're playing as a like group build, I would not run Celestial on Chronomancer, for example. But you have to be more specific what kind of role you want to fill in. I can give you a detailed answer, but I would say Mirage with Celestial Gear is really, really good. Like, really good. Yeah. Yeah, Tangled Depths is an amazing map. I agree. It's really, really good. I think, to be honest, my idea, I mentioned it sometimes often here on the stream, to be honest, is if you explore a map for the first time on the account, you should be not allowed to use any mounts. That might be a really hot take, but I think that would be something that improves the quality of how to explore the map and experience it for the first time. Yeah, I would say this is only for the first time. As soon as you did it once, you can use the sky scale and stuff and be more efficient. I think that would be such a good way, at least in my opinion, to do it. I really think so. You have any idea what are the fractal line sparks are used for? Styles or other armor types of the new Legendary Gauntlet? Meanwhile, I have 3 of them, but I don't know if it will be the end. Yes, you will use them for additional copies of your fractal cloths. So if you currently selected or you will select the light ones, and you want to get a medium one or heavy armor one, then you have to use those sparks there. That's how it works. Yeah. There are some really nasty quests here to take quite a while, to be honest. To follow those, and it takes forever. Yeah, but I would say the crystalline sparks, so the stuff that you get later after completing a lot of quick play, is definitely worthwhile for you, because you will use it either for the infusion effects, for changing, for example, from yellow to purple infusion effects, or going for a different armor weight. Those 2 things are happening after you got the thing unlocked. Yeah. Hope that makes sense. I think if I had no Raptor, it would drive me crazy. I think the Raptor is okay. Maybe I think that then let's say I would say no mounts maybe is not too much, but not a sky scale. Maybe only Raptor, you know, not skimmer, not the sky scale, not the game breaking mounts like Griffin or something. I think that is the thing. Maybe the Raptor is okay. You see me using here as well, because it's just speeding up the movement. It doesn't really provide you with a game changing experience, but having the sky scale, having even the Griffin is like completely game breaking, like absolutely game breaking. I'm always running in the wrong direction because I have to follow the route in the other way around this time. Yeah, exactly. First time I completed core was on foot because I was playing in a strict order of release. No gliding either. That is crazy. I mean, that's definitely cool. Definitely a cool way of doing it. And you explore the map in a completely different way. You know, I did it on my main account, of course, as well, barefoot, because there were no mounts back then, and it was a completely different experience. I have a completely different memory of the first map exploration than most new players, because they always use the mount, they always use something else. So, it definitely different. Yeah, very different how it turns out to be in the end. Skyscale should never have been implemented. Yeah, there are arguments for that for sure. So how does it work? Release warhounds and destroy separatists. Okay, let's do it like that then. Okay, very good. You can only use it if you don't want to. Some of us have already cleared the game and enjoy the quality of life. I think, to be honest, the sky scale that is in the game is okay. I think it just should be that for a new player, that you should, so to say, have the chance or have maybe even be forced to explore the map in a way that that it is intended to be explored in the first time. So I think it's okay to have the sky scale in the game. I actually think so. Yeah, I really think so. It should just not be like as accessible for a new player as it might be right now. So that the map exploration is a little bit taking longer, or it's at least making it a little bit more unique, the experience. So I definitely see the point there, that Skyscale should not be deleted off the game. I really like Skyscale. It's very good quality of life for a veteran that has done the map completion all the time or wants to just get fast from A to B. I definitely see the Skyscale being like very nice addition. And it's also quite grindy mount, so if you did get it at some point, you really want to like play it as well. You don't want to have like heavy restrictions because of it. So where is the quest here? That's good. There is a quest, so we can do it actually quite fast now. I think they need to update some of the mounts after getting Skyscale. Some of them I almost never use again. I mean, they are trying to do that, you know. The skimmer gets an upgrade with this specific expansion. We will get more of that in the future as well, I would guess. So I'm pretty convinced that that they will definitely try to make more mounts being useful than just the Sky Scale and maybe the other ones that are not that useful, like the Springer nowadays, or maybe make the Raptor unique as well. But I think they already have some uniqueness in there, to be honest. I think, yes, they're not perfect, but I think some of them are useful, like the Griffin, the Sky Scale, the Skimmer, the Roller Beetle. They all have a use case, yeah? So I think there are some, like the Springer, like the Raptor, like the Warclaw. The Warclaw is like very close to the Raptor. So the Raptor, it almost gets like completely annihilated. It only is good because of the pull, I would say. But the Springer needs some help, I would say, for sure. And yeah, that is just my guess there. Maybe people that play a lot with different mounts and want to have different like experiences there maybe have a different opinion there. But I would say some of the mounts are actually quite versatile. Some need some help. I think it's definitely in both directions. So let's see if we can find some strike missions. No, we can find here some. Let's try that one. Let's do that. Let's go to Eye of the North and do some strike missions. Yeah, Jackal is also like, it is only like forced usage where you have the sand portals. Other than that, you don't use it that much. Yeah, that is true. That is true. Yeah, what can you do? You know, it's like, it's really hard to rework all of them to make them useful because the Sky Scale is just so good. You know, how to make this Jackal being different than the Warclaw, being different than the Raptor, while all being useful. I think it's really challenging in that regard. For Ascended Armor in Eye of the North, for Bluffred charts, does Assaulter chest have all prefixes? No. So Assaulter's chest has power-based like weapons or armor. The Malicious ones have the Condy-based ones. Defender ones have the tanky ones with the tanky stats. And healer ones have the healing stats. So you can check the wiki if you want to be double sure that you choose the correct one for yourself. But it's really important that you, of course, double check that first. If you choose the Defenders one and you wanted to get the Berserker stats in there, which are not in there, you will just waste your precious Blue Prophet shots. So yeah, better double check. Better double check. The wiki is always your friend for that stuff. Wiki is amazing in Guild Wars 2. It's one of the best, if not the best wiki in all games that I know. It's really, really good. It's not what we need. Let's say some stuff. Any suggestions for new players? When it comes to mastery for mounts, what is necessary for the progression? I think they all are somewhat similar. They are not like insane like masteries where you say you can only use that mount if you have that mastery. If you like a specific mount a lot to play it, then go for the mastery. If you like all of them, then probably pick the cheap ones first and slowly increase it. There are some that are better than others, but I would say there is not a single one where I would say, okay, this is the only one that you have to get. Like, I think there are some that make the mounts way more useful, like the Sky Scale can fly higher or has more endurance. The Griffin can like make the special dive to go even faster. Those are really, really good. But is it necessary? Not really. Not really. Yeah, in PUF, Jackal is very good, but as soon as you go to other maps, Jackal is completely useless. There is no reason to play anything with the Jackal outside of the PUF maps. It's a little bit sad, yeah. Yeah, you can join the strike mission. Just join the squad that we are currently in. Just on the strike mission LFG, and we don't look for any LFG like requirements. Just join, be the role that is currently looked for, and you will be able to join, yeah. Yeah, I played this Reaper build and it's very good for soloing anything. I just wonder, is there anything that good in Mesmer builds? Yeah, there is. Mesmer is, in my opinion, very underrated as a solo spec. I have, on my YouTube channel, I have like immense amount of solo builds, but I would say if I would have to choose like 2 or 3 builds, then one of them would be my Condi Chronomancer build. Condi Chronomancer is, with a specific like build, the best or one of the best solo builds in the game. I'm not joking. It's probably rivaling Reaper or maybe even outperforming it in some fights. It's really, really good. So be sure to give it a try. Check out my YouTube channel for that build. I explain it in detail how it works and tell you everything about it. You can always type in the Twitch chat !builds to find a spreadsheet where all my builds are. So you can always see if it's up to date, what kind of class you're looking for, what kind of gameplay you're looking for, and then you will find it. Thanks, Nightfire. Really appreciate the sub. Thanks a lot. Yeah, so this is the idea. Exactly, Celestial solo Staff Mirage is really good as well. There are so many Mesmer builds that are actually surprisingly good for soloing stuff. I'm really like, I have like 4 or something on my, or 5 even, I think, for Mesmer on my YouTube channel, and all of them are good. Yes, Untamed is also in the top 3, definitely. Like Snowdrops puts it, it's definitely there. The top 3 classes in terms of how fun they are. I like Mesmer, I like Elementalist, and I like Revenant. That is just what I would choose. Does it mean it's that's the only ones that I would choose? Not sure. But I personally would at least say that, yeah. Those 3 at least for me. Mesmer or Revenant have better healer DPS builds. So healer is definitely Mesmer better. Revenant doesn't really have good healers in PvE. In competitive modes it looks different, but in PvE it is not the case. For DPS builds, I think both of them are the same. They have both really good DPS builds. But I would say overall Mesmer is better in PvE right now because Mesmer had more flexibility. You have like insane amount of support builds while also having insane amount of DPS builds. Mesmer is just very, very good in that regard. But that might change with the expansion. Maybe they make a complete rework for the, how is it called? For Conduit, because Conduit right now looks quite bad. So I probably think that it's quite likely that Conduit will be really, really good when the expansion releases, and then Revenant might be even better as a healer, or might be possible to play as a healer and better than Mesmer. I don't know, could be, I doubt it, but who knows, who knows. Why do you like Revenant? I think Revenant is a quite unique class design, and you have it for a veteran like me. It is interesting to play because you have not only your cooldowns to manage, but also the energy. So you have 2 things to keep in mind. I just like stuff where I can challenge myself, where I have some fun and interactive gameplay. And don't get me wrong, there is a place and a reason to play really low intensity builds. Yeah, for sure. But for me as a veteran, one of the things that I enjoy the most about the game is playing builds that are interesting to learn. And that's not necessarily playing Rival Mech all the time or Pistol Unload Thief. Yeah, I want to play something that is a little bit more exciting. And that's why it's quite exciting for me to play classes that are, for example, like Revenant, where you have inherently a little bit of a different tool to manage, to have different ideas how to play this build very well. So that's why I like Revenant. Not necessarily because of the class fantasy, I'm not really caring about that. The mechanics of it seem quite fun, yeah, or are fun. The release date is at the 28th of October. You can always check that by going to the Wizards World in the special tab, and you see here this number, 41 days. That's when the season ends, and that's exactly the day of the Wizards World reset. Do you think Chrono will be power crept in Visions of Eternity with Troubadour? I think they try to balance it so in a way that you have Chronomancer as the general healer and Troubadour as being the absolutely crazy tanky healer, and not as good as with CC, not as good as, for example, with maybe Boon Removal, we will see, but for now, I think Troubadour looks a little bit stronger. Yeah, so Mirage doesn't require clone management, and Virtuoso removes clones completely. Exactly. There are some things that are really cool about Mesmer and changes the elite specs, and I hope that we will bring some really cool things like that to Revenant, to Conduit, to Paragon, to Luminary. These specs that are a little bit different, but I think that's... Yeah, I don't know. I think that's what I at least liked a lot. Oh, I have to do alacrity. Okay. Be careful, I'm the alacrity provider. I have to concentrate a bit. I don't want to grieve my group for not providing alacrity. Very good. No, 28th of October. 28th of October. That is the release date. I'm 100% sure about this. It's always a Tuesday, and it's the end of October. It's 28th. It's confirmed already as well. Yeah, I think Gale Shot will be very fun, but I think Gale Shot will be either a low intensity build that you can play, which is good. It already exists, this build. It will be good. And there will be a high intensity build for Gale Shot that will be like insane burst damage, like 100k burst damage or something. That will exist as well. So Gale Shot will be really fun in either way. If you like the class fantasy of a bursty or of a power DPS build, this will be for you. Gale Shot will be really fun, and I like those kind of builds, so I'm looking forward to that. Opinion on Condisol Beast? Condisol Beast is really good in all game modes. It might not be like the most like unique build to play, but it's very, very strong, like in all game modes. It's good DPS, it has good tankiness, good utility in there. It's just a really, really solid pick. Yeah. I wish we had better engineered turrets or elite specs. The problem is with the turrets is that they obviously can be really abused quite easily, and you have some kind of like AFK builds, and they really, really are scared of AFK builds. So turrets are one of the things that make it very easy to make AFK builds around. So that's why turrets are actually quite weak. But I definitely understand your comment there, and turrets is something that a lot of engineer players would actually enjoy. But yeah, definitely probably not coming. I can tell you that, just because Anet is very scared. Thanks, Grim. Really appreciate it, Prime. Thanks a lot for the support. Yeah, so you have to unlock the Essence Manipulation Mastery, but you don't have to go like the full thing. So I have like the 1/1/1 from the Essence Manipulation unlocked, and this allows me to open 2 of the 3 chests already. So it's actually quite worthwhile to do that. I get good gold, I get the True Profit shards from doing those strike missions. Even though I don't get the full rewards, it's still worthwhile for me. Thanks a lot, Evil Bison. Thanks a lot, really appreciate it. Hype train, guys, hype train. Nice, very good. So, hope you're enjoying the stream. And don't forget to enter the giveaway. We still have a giveaway going on for the gems. I will draw it after this few strike missions. 400 gems sponsored by Anet. Be sure to enter the giveaway. So you have to be a Twitch follower to enter, !enter, like I said, and subscribers get 5 times the luck, so you have now a higher chance of winning. If it says failed to enter, that means that you're already in. So don't worry, it doesn't kick you out or something, just takes a few less comments to say that, yeah. But yeah, I think Guild Wars 2 has a lot of different classes, and even the same class, like look at Condisol Beast, look at Mechanist. There are builds that are low intensity on the same elite spec, while you're having also builds that are on the same elite spec having very high performance builds as well. So I think that's really cool, and the same will go hopefully happening with Visions of Eternity for all of the specs. Hopefully for the, how is it called? Not only Gale Shot, but also Evoker, also for Amalgam. I can definitely see this being the case. So I hope we will get crazy cooks from me. Hopefully working cooks, but what can I say? It's just my prediction for the upcoming expansion is that we will get crazy amounts of new builds, and I will be busy like 24/7 almost creating new builds. Thanks a lot, Valpes, and thanks a lot, Yuki. Really appreciate it. Nice, thanks a lot. Let's keep the hype game going, guys. Let's keep it going. Thanks a lot for the gifted subs, Veshe. Thanks a lot. Nice, 5 gifted subs. Good luck to all the lucky guys that got the gifted subs here, because you now also have a higher chance of winning the gems. Thanks a lot. Nice, let's keep it going, the hype train, guys. Keep it going. Okay. But yeah, I think really Guild Wars 2 is right now, for new player, is amazing to join. Like even for veteran, it's amazing to join back to the game, because the Fractal event is amazing. You have the Visions of Eternity or expansion on the horizon. There is so much stuff happening. You have to try and come back to the game. It's so good right now. And of course, my channel should help you with that. And if you have any questions, be sure to ask here or any other streamer, and we should help you. Thanks, Sam, for the Prime. Really appreciate it. Thanks a lot. But yeah, this is really what I want to mention here. If you're a new player and you think this is an old game, yes, but it is one of the best times to join right now. So don't hesitate. Really try it out. If you have any questions, just ask. And it's free. You know, you can try it for free. And if you want to purchase any expansion, you can use my referral link to support me. But you can try the game out for free. Yeah, you just download the game, try it out, see how it is. And if you like it, you can purchase any expansion, but you don't have to. You know, you can play the game, so to say, for free for a little bit, for even months if you wanted to. If the restrictions that you have in the free trial are not too bad for you, then yeah, I think it's amazing time to start. The Fractal event helps. There are so many new players coming in the game. All that stuff is something that is like really, really improving the replayability, because we have more players, we have more like ideas to try out, to play with each other, and the expansion will probably like bring that to another level, because all the veterans will also be excited to try out new stuff, and you can explore the new maps as well. It's just a really good time. I just want to mention that here, that I'm not only hyped because of the hype train, but also because of the just upcoming things or the already happening things in Guild Wars 2. Yeah, Halloween is also around the corner, which is obviously probably the best event festival that we have. So yearly festival that happens all the time, which gives a lot of gold. It's very new player friendly, co-op game as well. And then it's just so many things. And after that, we also have the Winter's Day event, which is also one of my favorite ones. Yeah. How to start doing strikes like yourself? You just go to the LFG, like just open the LFG, contacts and LFG, and then go to strike missions and enter any strike mission that is currently happening that are not looking for a specific role that you don't know what it means. But there are a lot of abbreviations in the strike LFG and in any LFG. And don't worry, I will put out a guide very soon about this on my YouTube channel, what all the abbreviations mean, because that can be very confusing for a new player. And I know that, so that's why I'm actually trying to make that a little bit go away. That's my idea, to help you solve the confusion there. Coming up very soon. Nice. That's very nice, Anton. Thanks a lot. Yeah, but it makes sense, you know. It's the referral link is very nice. You don't have to pay anything extra and you can support me. That's very nice if you want to do that, but of course you don't have to. Just saying. I'm not too excited for the Visions of Eternity specs, but aside Gale Shots, the Glass Fantasy don't click for me. Yeah, I think I can understand that to some extent, but don't worry, they might change some stuff and you should try all of them. Because yes, maybe the Glass Fantasy is not for you. I said it the same, for example, for Paragon. I think Paragon was for me something that I said, okay, Paragon looks like for people that want to be a shout warrior. Yeah. And I played it in the beta event and I was surprised how fun it was. It is really snappy. It is really like, it has a lot of reactiveness to it. And I really enjoy it. Even though I was saying before, it's like, looks quite boring. It still looks quite boring from the animations and the Glass Fantasy in my opinion. But if I just look at the gameplay that I get out of it, I was like very surprised. So I think you should just give it a try, all the classes. And you might like some of them way more than you expected in the beginning. I really think so. Exactly, we have a lot of big streamers coming from other games on top of that to Guild Wars 2, which obviously not only helps us getting more attention to the game, but also brings new players that might enjoy the game, trying it out, and actually stick around. Yeah, that's really cool, for sure. Yeah, Halloween and Winter's Day are really good festivals, I agree. New player here, if I'm looking to spend some money on gems or expansions, what's the best quality of life items or bundles in your opinion? So it depends a bit what kind of player type you are. Thanks a lot, CO5. Really appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Very nice. So I would say, personally, you should, if you don't have all the expansions, or don't have all the, how is it called? The Living World seasons, they are really good. Like Living World seasons, for example, Living World Season 4 is great to farm some gold, and you get content for gems. The same goes for Living World Season 3. If you don't have all of them, you get some nice expansion story, stuff like that, and some more maps, and you can farm really nice, for example, Ascended trinkets. But I have a whole tier list about this on my YouTube channel for half an hour and talking about every single item in the gem store, how good it is to get, what's very worth it for the specific new player, so be sure to check it out. And this is really like helping a lot to decide. But I think, for example, on my main account, I would recommend Copper Fed, or one of those infinite salvaging tools is really good. Maybe infinite gathering tools are really good. There are a lot of things in the gem store that are surprisingly good and easy. Oops, that was a bad teleport, but it's okay. That are surprisingly easy to get most of the time from the gem store. They're not too expensive, but they give you so much quality of life over the course of a Guild Wars 2 life that in the end I would highly recommend getting, for example, those items. But like I said, if you want my full analysis of what item you should and should not get from the gem store, be sure to check out my YouTube video where I try to be very concise about this, because obviously on stream here I will just yap a bit and at some point we'll lose the the red string here. TP to friend, the permanent one, can be also very good. Yes, there are so many good items. Maybe even the Mistlock pass, where you can get the pass keys to a VIP area where you can get, for example, all the vendors in one place. That can be really good. It highly depends on what kind of player you are, though. So some people really like to gather, then the infinite gathering tool is really good. Some people really hate this feature, so they will probably not purchase that. Should really try to find something that you enjoy and is perfect for your playstyle, your account. But there are so many good things in the gem store. That's after all a really important part of how ArenaNet makes some money, is by you spending some real life money, yeah, on those gems. But of course, the cool part is all of those things in the gem store you can just purchase for gold. You just have to convert your gold to gems and you will get the same value. Or you just have to win my giveaway here. Coming after this boss, we will draw the winner. Exactly. That's what it's gonna be. Need to go now, enter the giveaway, so if I should win, you can reload immediately. Yeah, sorry King, sorry. We will draw the winner now. So, thanks for joining though, thanks for joining. What's your opinion on underwater combat, general use of the boat or skimmer? I think it's unique, but it's not the best. I think it needs some improvement, and I hope that with the expansion we get some improvement, but I don't know. It's not the best. So let's draw the winner. Yes, let's draw the winner. Let's draw the winner. It's time. It's time. I stalled for long enough. Let's see who it is. And congrats to Saren Stargazer. Congrats for winning. I need your... If you're here, please let me know. In chat, please let me know that you're here. Saren Stargazer. If you're here, I can send you the code. If not, we will reroll. Congrats, congrats. Applause, applause. Yes, correct, correct. If no one, if they are not answering in time, we will just reroll. That's how it goes, yeah. So we will give you like 1 more minute or so, and then we will reorder. I also ordered the cookbook, and I'm hoping there's stuff I can make and try. That sounds good. That sounds good. Yeah, the cookbook is a really cool idea. I think this is not a lot of people typically would say, oh, this is the feature that I want, but I think it's really funny. I like that idea, like making a little bit more of marketing and stuff. Yeah, it's good. So, Soren Stargazer, please, if you're here, Soren Stargazer, let me know so I can actually send you the gems. Otherwise, I might not be able to do that. So please write in the Twitch chat. I give you 30 more seconds, otherwise we have to reroll and you guys have another chance. Yeah, it's doing quite well today. I'm doing quite well with the views. A lot of people are here for the drops, I guess, but still, very good. Yeah, I guess you are not there. I guess we have to reroll. Good luck to everyone again. So who is it now? Gratis Schlaf. I mean, congrats to you. Reroll counter 1, exactly. Please let me know your account name, or just write in chat. That's good enough. You don't have to write me your account name. Just write in chat. Gratis Schlaf. Yeah. I'm glad that you think so, that I deserve the views. Yeah. So please let me know that you are here, that you are not sleeping. So if you don't know, if you're German, that means free sleep, something like that. So please don't be sleeping. Please let me know if you're here. Gratis Schlaf. Deserved, I guess. Yeah, deserved. I just noticed that this Alacrity build is the perfect build to read the chat. Hello, welcome, Machivara. Because I can just like dodge all the time and read the chat, and I will still get the Alacrity out to my party. Yeah, but if you are here, Gratis Schlaf, yes, you are here. Congrats. Finally, we made it. Only 2 people needed to reroll. There we go. This is it. I sent you via Twitch in a whisper, the gem code. Congrats. And this is the last giveaway for today. But don't worry. We will have more giveaways coming up in the next few days. And I will stream, hopefully, as much as I can. So be sure to stay tuned for that. We have a lot of good content coming up. But yeah, very good. He woke, exactly. He woke. Yeah, very true, very true. Yes, I'm a German. I'm a German. That is probably noticeable by my pronunciation, but I'm trying my best, and I'm hoping that you can bear with me here with my not perfect pronunciation, and hopefully I'm understandable enough. Yeah. Very good. At least you got 400 gems out of that. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, and thanks all for your support. I really appreciate all the subs that we just got in the hype chain. So thank you for that. Wonder when they showcase the new hairstyles coming in VOE. Hopefully humans get the chart and DBC hair. I expect permanent hairstyle kit to go up a lot. That would be really cool. Like if they add a lot of new hairstyles that are like really high level, people would definitely like it. That is cool. I like that. I hope that will do that. I hope they also, that is a really, like we had that it's like 1-2 weeks ago in the chat, that there is the permanent hairstylist contract, you know, that you can get from the trading post. But there is not a specific NPC in the open world that is a hairstylist. Yeah. So why not make a new NPC that for a specific price, let's say like 50 silver or something, you can change your hairstyle, or 1 gold. Yeah. And you can do that, I don't know, once a day or something. And if you want to do that consistently, you don't have to have the permanent hairstylist, but you can go to an NPC for role-playing reasons and actually change the hair of your character. And you can also get the exclusive ones there. Maybe. That would be really cool. Stuff like that I would really enjoy. But I don't know if they will do stuff like that, but it would be really fun. I hope so. That's good. That's good. If you can understand me, Anton, I'm happy. That's good. Very good. Yeah, I'm always happy to help. Don't worry, Stinkham. Don't worry, don't worry. I'm just here for the drops and see what Summer's deep Alabama accent. Exactly. Or for me flaming about the slow talking bears and the story. That's like what most people are like, yeah, I want to watch this guy because he really enjoys doing the story. Exactly, yeah. Do you have more hairstyles with the kits? Yes, in the hairstyles there are exclusive kits, hairstyles that you cannot get for getting a new character. Yeah, a new character you can choose your look, but specific hairstyles are locked behind the specific exclusive hairstyle contracts and stuff. Yeah, so I think that would be really cool to have a vendor that actually sells this for some gold. Yeah, people would buy that all the time. Yeah, see you, Opus, see you. They announced the hairstyles for VOE, so they're coming for sure. Yes, I know they are coming. I'm just saying that would be cool if they would add them and make that a little bit more unique than just adding them to the exclusive stuff, because that's good enough. But it would be really cool if they would actually make it so that more players have access to them, or make them a little bit more, I don't know, in either way, interesting to acquire, and not only in the permanent hairstyle contest, which is not what a lot of people have access to. Yes, there is a permanent hairstylist contract. I think I think it's called, yeah, exactly, permanent hairstylist contract. It's one of the medium priced ones, so it's not the most expensive one, but it's also not the cheapest one. Like 3k gold, so it takes a while to get, more than a legendary. But if you change your hairstyle a lot, it's good. It's good, yeah. I looked at some of the dungeon skins yesterday and thought some of them look pretty nice. Do I have to complete them once to unlock them? And does it take long to get the currency for them? So there are 2 ways to get the dungeon skins. The first way is doing dungeons. Who would have thought? And you have to just do some explorable paths. Like doing some explorable paths, you don't have to unlock them first. Just do the, yeah, I mean, you have to do the story mode first to unlock the explorable paths, but then you can just do them whenever you want to. But the second way is maybe a little faster nowadays. It's just grinding PvP and World vs. World, because they each have a World vs. World and PvP reward track associated with each of the dungeons. And then you can select specific rewards, like the skins for the armor or the weapons. You can actually get those from the reward tracks from PvP and World vs. World. So for example, Codeco's Manor is a dungeon, and you will get the Codeco's Manor weapons like 3 times, and you will get an armor piece as well. So you get 4 pieces of those specific dungeon from the reward track. So you can play PvP or World vs. World. But of course, if you don't enjoy those game modes, you have to go into dungeons. And like I said earlier, dungeons are very rewarding. So if you do it correctly. So it's not a bad thing to have to go into dungeons. I think they're also quite fun. Yeah, of course, as a veteran, you might have a lot of those restyling kits, but for someone that is new to the game, those hairstyling kits, they can be quite hard to come by. Exactly, you need 500 days of dungeon delving for the legendary, but if you need a lot of those weapon skins, then you need even more than that. Just saying, just mentioning the ways to get it. I'm not saying which one is the best way, because you have to decide for yourself. If you like dungeons, then go for a PvE route. If you don't like them at all, then probably the world versus world route might be the faster way or more easy way to get. That's fine. I'm sorry, Sarin. Don't worry. You will get the next one. You will get the next one. Yeah, you actually won the prize. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. It's actually so unlucky, but I gave you 2 minutes or something like I give everyone else, so you were not there. I'm really sorry. That's how it goes. I'm very, very sorry. There's currently no giveaway going on. There's currently no giveaway going on. Let me maybe deactivate it so that you don't get baited. There we go. Now it should be better. Welcome, Viper. Welcome, welcome. Let's leave a portal here. Yeah, that's how it goes. Sometimes you get lucky, and then at the same time you get very unlucky. Yeah, that's just life, sadly. Yeah. I'm sorry. Next time you will win. We will do more in the future. By the way, remember fractals being soloable on certain classes like Thief Mesmer? Yes, you can solo fractals on almost all classes. Some of them are not possible to solo in higher tiers, or not that easy at least, but for most, it's actually doable. Yeah, that is true. That's nice of you to say, Morty. That's very nice of you to say. Yeah, and I think that's also slowly the end of the stream. I hope you enjoyed it. We will do more streams in the future. Thanks a lot for your support. And I wish you all a very nice day and hopefully more luck in the next giveaways. We have more to go, so don't worry about that. And we made some good progress today. I'm happy then. Very good. Thanks for being here. Have a nice day. Take care. And I will send you to some other Guild Wars 2 streamer now. See you around. See you around.